tefua enuanum afanya misronya jumana nyami besraem obraya boya amoya muraye ebe ya efi yanara amabe ya efi yanara asite be ya efi yanara amabe ya efi yanara azije amoya muraye ebe ya efa enyebengawa amabe ya efi yanara yanaro amoya muraye ebe ya efi yanara ese abrabe ya efi yanaro asite be ya efi yanaro amabe ya efi yanara amoya muraye ebe ya ejobi yarazo amabe ya efi yanaro amoya muraye ebe seba ukarana washawa amabe ya efi yanaro amabe ya Mensa Bosuo uniya wankana sam te mafutu sam kakre wa supeme yo kofi
everybody for kaya wo sa apwa enwa ko kele musia ye felu wo tope no pepe no wa ko poku je what be when aba be ye
onsom wanini pa kasa de pa wo fe oye yamo yembera ye ebe ya efi yanara amaya umano amaya mamana ati waya nora nyamichata yemana renya onso wanini pa sowa ya wanabe yamo yembera ye ebe ya efi yanara onso wanini pa kasa de pa wo fe
everybody for kaya wo sa apwa enwa ko kele musia ye felu wo tope no pepe no wa ko poku je what be when aba be ye
asite be ya efi yanara oh amabe ya efi yanara
kele musia ye felu wo tope
yamo yembera ye
no wa ko poku je what be
Abrayu
aba
amabe ya efi yanara emira yamo yembera ye ebe ya efi yanara ese amabe ya efi yanara abraya we sabe ya efi yanara aho amabe ya efi yanara yamo yembera ye ebe ya yamoni ye amabe ya efi yanara abraya boya yamo yembera ye ebe ya amabe yo amabe ya efi yanara abrayi warabo yamo yembera ye ebe ya efi yanara sikanye bredo wafa timpawo yes na winya nyamishira omani payo tefua enuanum afanya misronya jumana nyami besraem obraya boya amoya muraye ebe ya efi yanara amabe ya efi yanara asite be ya efi yanara amabe ya efi yanara azije yamo yembera ye ebe ya efa enyebengawa amabe ya efi yanara
no do about Pausima Dunsia Unity Radio 103.9. Press to see Anopa Bro flagship program, so Unity Radio's Anopa Bosuo with your man Opo National alongside Manucho, Magandi, Gaucho, Margarita, La Molina, Mempeme Wasem, Master Jesus. This is Massachusetts, no, you kind of Master Jesus. Anopa me bisa se umpom to say when you abusu nyina mo ho ye de. Oh my woman, me say oh my me man oh. You need baby ako. Onya mechicha ya de odema ye ne Ghana nti ase ya dwene Ghana ho anopa mencha so ko kwa ma o. CEO of Adom-Otchere repairs. Mr. Dan, so I salute you. We are tough. What does it? For what nimsa ka happen what? Oh my me man. Abba. Na me say. Wanyini pa o. Opo national anye na Babi Basa nso anya hwan ne be. Babi Basa ye twa studio ha ne with all due respect. Correct dear Babi Basa wherever you might be ye twa studio ha ne. We'll be very glad say with this audio no be brain na abua dwumadi no what as ye. Ye na Ghana mpunto Ghana nkoso Ghana ye die ntini e wa ha. Asitan be ya ifie nia. Wangasa na mankasa hwan ne be kasa. Adwuma na sese obi ye nti wanye na manya hwan ne be ye. A very good morning to everyone listening to me. Eche Wustafo nyina ni mo amohwe wo Qatar. Mo amowo UK. Miami nuaba Henrietta Sewa Bonsu. And then so ya da foforo ya tresi ye bedi nkomo na ya kasa ya be hwe agudie mu nsem as usual. We talk about sports. UEFA Champions League matches mienu ho nne ye bedi mu nkomo enran so mienu ko so Chelsea qualify Manucho who I me here ofia asesi a wa shada akwhye keche ho nom coffee masa uye den ucho wan cho Manucho's Take Ebebaso, sponsored by Big Olu Beauty and Barbering Hair Salon. Manucho's Take today is on sports. Until umpo masa any kind program no men come any metra ha atwen kosi se obeba o ka kire me se Bayern Munich be Paris Saint-Germain and film. And you had support from all over including Kwakushus. 2 UEFA Champions League matches will be played today. Bayern Munich Frim Kaisenra, Paris Saint-Germain Yoma Frim, Sanso na Chelsea AFC Porto Frim. But surprisingly, 2 teams no almost qualify from away. Last week Obi Akoshe were away. This week Obi Ashe home Olusui. Chelsea lost 0-1 to 1-0 and Chelsea didn't go at the hands of Porto. The same margin and Bayern so inflict here on Paris Saint-Germain. But the damage had already been done in the first legs. The Chelsea are qualified to the semi-finals. Sanso and team my friend is Paris Saint-Germain so are qualified as against Manucho wish. Na and then the obi say Real Madrid betumi finish adwuma na almost 30 year over Liverpool na and Liverpool be pull up a big surprise. Unim the difference between the 2 teams about 4 teams about nra and the 4 teams na about na say 4 teams na about nra no obi a the omo ball first leg no home no elusu home and omo akwa away akwa wini but omo bone no so omo mienu nyina bo home ewini wo home and then omo kwa away. Enjoy the mathematics no. First leg no Chelsea kwa away ko share Porto 2-0. And PSG so call Bayern Munich home e wa Allianz Arena ko share no 3-2. And return leg Chelsea lose 1-0 ofie and Paris Saint-Germain so lose 1-0 ofie. But Real Madrid bo home and then omo bone no. First leg o win 3-1. And Man City so ne Dortmund first leg ono so win 3-1. Inti ene ebe yire papa. My enche you abema Ken Fredericks our Germany Kent and Rock as a bind for be Paris Saint-Germain film. Me twa message you and one say we good morning Open National. The akaninya my Ken Fredericks in Germany. Bayern Munich near Brante. Yeah twa message and what happened to Bayern? They crumbled. You told me they were going to qualify. And my cousin no more yadiana and Akramuko winning 1-0. We talked about qualification, not winning. Getting to the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League is not played on a one leg. You're born with 2 legs. Inti Ken Fredericks, I'm waiting for your message. Manucho Yantamna, where you confident about you here? 10. Na ento aso ne ni agro kra what you say I said that question kitchen hona Royal Baby Special good morning to you, how are you doing Abusia na ebedin komo ma synopsis of what we'll be talking about and what we'll be dealing with today and then your political issues any current affairs I know no beche ujumedi so like I say Anopa bia ye ba ye do word of motivation bro brought to you by Richway Auto School sanso ena ye de ye nkranhye sem ema wi ne akofa weather report no Worcester ha proximity wise said ye be ya omo radio no so wo mu krom no ombenya ho faso more enti Dan Auto Repairs ena so yasne ema ye de weather report no bro aminteki this opportunity na Manucho ashe da akwhye ba bi na ombe so beba ntem no or we ne coffee no memfa weather report no ma Worcester for na ene ye hu se de weather no ebesi akọ ede afa sesi amene we ka say temperature no 53 degrees Fahrenheit na ene maximum ye bekọ akodu 63 will be maximum it will be from 2 up to 6 p.m. will be in the 60s now I drop it to 49 around 11 p.m. Inti Saosha says 53, but maximum Ebenya is 63 in the afternoon, and then in the night, 11 p.m. will drop down to 49. So that is how the weather is going to be. But then we are more giddy. As usual, it's going to be partly cloudy. It's going to be partly cloudy. Kusu said saying for the past 3 days, kusu. But the weather will not be that bad, especially from 1, 2, 3, 4. Helkono. Temperature will be in the 60s, so it will be nice. 63 being the maximum. And the lowest temperature for today will be 49 degrees Fahrenheit. Ora down so ono ne siesie cars nyina ukrum ha Dan Auto Repairs na daruma and o say Anopa say ye betena a yen kan weather no ansa na wahu na upia wahu say de obi siesie ho say ebeye windy say ebeye rainy say ebeye cold say ebeye warm na watumi address respectively because ya kan chero na yang mawa hu a bonzo ebi anim say obi no siesie ho kutu upio because amasa na weather ye say na wahye ho say so ho esa na akwa bibia ho nti Dan Auto Repairs boy na no pa bi etumi kofa weather report bro no o car no problem bi ewom no say ye check engine say ye brakes shock absorbers shaft engine for na apese ye disi u car no mu mawa bra sister me ma me papa fabra en why 45 Fremont Street Dan Auto Repairs there why ye bi da no ye nse say ye ma ye nhwe why ye adwuma na che is there for all to see obi anim Aura danso ena Dixon ena Fori Dixon se menganjo say ope auction car what auction car obi de atwu car obi de abo cam what car ope so ye ko use Ghana ni na Fabra no auto body specialist number 1 the whole Worcester obi agena tum obi siesie ni na de am Dan Auto ye bibia bi ho oba mechanics wo ho ena auto body nso ho ye be siesie ni na monte 3 in 1 one with the mecha no 45 Fremont Street ena ho odo car ne ba ye be ni na fefe so Eddie amount. Anopa ma mincha mi nua ba Akufa mindi ne ho agro. Henrietta Sewa Bonsu. Mitcham in London close to Croydon Mitcham, right? Manucho say twen no ba onom ne coffee kitchen ho. Eric Kwacho Hennessy, good morning Open National. Kalusha say I told you guys that PSG were going to beat Bayern Munich to go through to the semi-finals. Na say me say also still United. Eric Kwacho Hennessy team si papa ye bubo mu di omo Champions League no. Manchester Obo Europa League. Oh, Henrietta, sorry, sir. Vinyabano say Man Uni by Benedin. So that is how the weather looks like for the morning. And there you come by a very partly cloudy. In Dan Auto Repairs, Hong Kong, 45 Fremont Street. Can Yaribia or the Fabrain. Na YNCC emfa emon na emo adwuma fefe fenso ntumi emboa na ene said America kan ye won komo bebredi ya to aba wo Ghana Emma NDC force nkugu omudi na omo antiase di Kodan court na ene yebedimu nkomo esanse international body a omo hwe abato so a yeto aba baabi a omo kɔ ekohwe bi no omo the comprehensive report about Bonten afa Ghana 2020 elections a yeye no ho eno dan chen so a omo san kasa de afa ekwan ya Ghana ye fa so a ya appoint electoral commission and their take eno dan chen so a civil servant e wo Ghana ubeka ya hihya ya ba se wo obi a pese okopre MP ubese okopre position bia na civil servant a esese wo di wadwuma to ho. Civil servants are supposed to resign before they can contest any position or party politics mu. Na saa de no so bacho omo kasafa ho. Ene yebedi saa niam ne mu nyina nkomo eye European Union omo international observation mission bia ye to aba obabi a omo ne kohwe so na ene omo di aba yebedi enum nkomo na ya hwe the way forward for Ghana na suggestions omo de bae ni nyina na bebo a yebedi nyina mu nkomo. But before that ene ma yemfa yen motivational message a ye de bro Anopa bi aka say Rich Way Auto School Adaroma so ho ena also ya cinema ye word of motivation bro Anopa bi a boy na Adaroma na waso ya sene say monkope nkranhye sem bi a ebetumi aboa na hye nipa nkran obi a waye mmere obi a waya tiada from the dreams obi a wapemu a ofiri say opemu a enko ni nyina no na chese yetimi ahye say nipa no nkran ti Rich Way obo adwuma yie pa
asampayetia obanyansafo so wo munye wonka na asam te mafutu sam kakre wa supreme yo kofi my ya woman
Henrietta Fede finally unipa no making the headway studio ha say no free say meto aso me catch say o maya mento aso because Manucho stake obi tuaka nje say oba no be ho adwuma. Finally, we're making way to the studio. Manucho Maganda, Gaucho, Margarita, La Molina, Mempeme, Huasem, Worcester, Massachusetts is already in the studio. Na, and I said, the my infant crunch 7 mile quick. Na Manucho ba na ordinary take ni be rema na afia to so na de no chair say. Going on one more round when you don't think you can. That's what makes all the difference. So, going on one more round when you don't think you can, that's what make all the difference. Sylvester Stallone Ghana do na nim say friend is Manucho Rambo ono ne can assassin way Rambo now open the movies.
Oh yes growing up there, I mean Rocky 1 the Rocky series now Rambo series I really like him. Yes
Rambo 1 2 3
exactly. He's very calm, he's very collected, he's very smart. He gives me everything I want in a movie together with Dolph Lundgren aka Cyborg. I mean almost some beautiful movie be together and there, so I like him a lot.
I remember to nkwa so no be ehun se waba.
Yes
no be ehun se Bayern Munich
na me sense say no ye no mun say my beautiful handsome young boy. I'm just 27 years old. See, wow, no, 1995. I'm just 27 years. A very good morning to our numerous cherished, affable, amiable, all the comfortable, sweet viewers and listeners. I mean, for you we are. Into Rambo, what's it? It's the last round.
Rambo say
last round, you know, and then
I say going on.
Yes.
One more round, one can last.
That's it. And then one more round, then I know last round in here. Yes, sir. I said, Obiaka said, mention me draws. I mean, he's just asking you, say, last round. It was then going on one more round.
Going on one more round.
Exactly.
When you don't think you can, that's what makes all the difference.
This is as simple as that.
As simple as
that. Say, yeah, you training, no. So we set up, so we do 19 or 20, no, and then more your phone, no benefit, no. 18 the proper claim. Into your bear man, so be out 4.
Mami, stop right there. Eric, wow, managers can just say Rambo doesn't make love in his movies, so Manucho. Into we
and James Bond, send there James Bond.
Into we James Bond quote was say, but the wow manager or say Rambo doesn't make love in his movies, so Manucho.
Say man can say he makes love in his movies.
In Franco.
What's it going on? I say when you movie asem no kan or kasa brabo mo asem no. Last round no and in here na ma we bema going on the last round, and being a man doesn't, a woman is also a man in this instance. I say Bible yenka said and come. I
brabo mo asem.
So
we be a walk 4 rounds.
Be able to me 4 rounds.
4 rounds no yeah.
Not round is a major way. Walk 4 rounds. Why so wa bre no. We fetch round no and then here. Everyone not in a day. No a ball, but so you bema and now your bar and answer see.
Say. Into the manager can I want it.
No, not some men can't like life there.
What's the end there?
Life, the last round is the most important round. So we're forward. The first round, we box at the 12th round. You don't joke with the last round. Just when you thought you think you are tired, one room sweep you what the jademono. No, the last round. I think this one is self-explanatory. Well, last round, maybe they are got that. We are Bema, we are bar. Well, last round. Make sure you always hit the last round. And then
I'm in Kataman, I'm in Tran, I'm in Tio. Oh, they're just like champion.
Oh no. When they don't say, I didn't want myself Shima son of Beatias, but with the Sylvester Stallone, aka Rambo. By explaining a sample that you know what, he has a very humble beginning. It'll be crying or torn the crime idea. Yeah. Or Ocho the movie.
Going on one more round. Just a round, no, the best is statement.
Simple. If you're able to do 6, the 7th is the most important round. And everything when you break through, what's in a day, why be everything you are doing in this life.
What's in the end?
What's in a day? What's it then? When you scar, I said, you see life there. Once the door opens, the rest is happiness. It's your friend in the day. Won't he? I think this motivation message there. Nobody should always relax. Just when you feel you are very, very tired, you are very, very, very tired. That is the moment you have to gather your strength to do that last important round in your life. And then never when you break through now. And never me as a boy about to say no, not maybe I may dream me taking one. I'm saying okay, let me see. I know men have a lot of problems. 70 problems. The one is food. The rest is 69 problems. 69. Oh, so 69. Men have 70 problems in life. The first one is food. The rest is 69.
70 problems.
Yes. The first one is food. The rest is 69.
And men have problems. So we are saying.
70.
Exactly. You toss me new
69.
No, they toss me no.
No, can you hear 69?
No, so Bema be a OT and no paper so who problems I will. And I said I will be to me a young juma. Into say back Eduanisa say comedy and
comedy we ye near the and first problem.
Okay.
Nya can the 69.
Maslow hierarchy of needs, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, Eduane 1, 2 yeah.
2 is 69, 3 is 69, 4 is 69.
What are you talking about?
All the rest of the problems are 69. But don't worry, I'm not here. Say my first one year and Kadinya 69. 3 and 9 69. Now far. No. So I say Jesus, we talk in parables. We will be doing I want to say that. All I can tell you is that men have 70 problems. The first one is food, the rest is 69.
Men have
70 problems.
What has that got to do with the quote now?
No, me say me banana me dream when I want to the rounds.
Will take you.
Yes, say I mean why is message about me team 69. Me ban also the rounds be chose. So I say 69 rounds. Okay.
Man can rounds, me can round.
Yeah. But you I say the last round, so that means you've done rounds. But last round you've done maybe 6 rounds, 4 rounds, 5 rounds. But the last round is the most important thing as a man in life. Where man means bema or bema ye, meaning be a walk juma wa bre. I said 11th hour. No meow. Your 11th round is the most important round of your life. But you can testify to this. You have you're going to have 3 wonderful kids. So if you don't know rounds, how can you be having kids?
Until Rambo rounds now, what can I hear now? The
Rambo rounds. No, everything is about rounds. We have to be around. Bema rounds, we need rounds, Idiani rounds, we are rounds. They come in series. To me, the DVR say, "I can have another round."
69 now cannot explain more, please.
Oh, so I'm talking to men. It's unfortunately no. 69. I mean, I mean, you can't even go. What is 69?
69 is 6 and 9.
6 and 9. Just
say 60 and 69 and 70.
Bakutiwa na bakunawa na bakutiwa. There's a reason they've when you turn it.
Say.
We say bako.
Wana bakuna na bakuti.
69 no. Bakutiwa na S6. Na bakunso na wa na.
Say mean just 60. Why na na wa na wana ni tiwa.
The numbers 9 no 6. 60 same wiem. Na 9 and the 9 wo form. Until my problems na yes 70. We are 69. To make sure that the 69th problem, the way Bema solve it very well. And so your problems will never end.
Now problems also Maku 70. Now Maku 70 near you one through one.
Maku 70. Men have 70 problems.
Yeah, but that means
it doesn't mean 1, 2, 3. A parable. Say we have 70 problems in life. The first one is food. How to make your food happy. The rest na can
how to make your food happy.
How to make your stomach and your happy. Then nya can no 69 pe. What you mean solve 69 na we. You don't any other problem is not a problem.
Mentiase.
Wontiase.
Mentiase.
Exactly. Rita so anyway on your bar later me share na say. Well, me share na say 69 there. Oh, we should be please what is 69? When a man says your problem is 69, what does it really mean? You know a lot of men don't do 69. For very good reasons. So, boy, man, I mean, throat cancer, may say, bonnet, say, your canal.
Manager,
yeah, dear.
What's your problem is 69.
69.
I feel the okay can't throat cancer.
Exactly. I'm just 69 and then bear my problem. 69. Leg year, feet year, and bear my problem. Bear my big problem, we are see. Because of a lot of fixations that they have. Timema Kewi. I send you bet you want to ask you the young coso. Why? The first is food, the rest is 69. No. Go pass over more clear.
No, Nana Boateng say 69, please, not good for man. And I require him to say you are the man. You are the man, says he.
Yo, 69 is not good for a man. Well, we do it for women, but I think it's good for a man.
We do what for women?
Giving pleasure and receiving pleasure is good for every man. Oh, yeah, papa, no be your papa. When yeah. I'm giving you pleasure, you are giving me pleasure, and yeah.
Pleasure, papa.
Pleasure, yeah.
Pleasure, papa. Also, yeah, papa.
Yeah, papa. Now, yeah, papa, and yeah, winning yeah.
Is that a pleasure?
Yeah, pleasure. It's also a kind of pleasure. Giving pleasure and be receiving pleasure at the same time. I mean, then I do you as a sensor, giving and receiving at the same time. But there are only two things in this world that I do. You have to give and you have to receive. Freely you give, freely you receive at the same time. It's called, I mean.
Oh my goodness.
It's called just 69.
Security for no. I mean, dialing number is your phone.
So we're Bema there. Don't let, I mean, food is there. I mean, some people don't have food near there. But yes, exactly 69 is okay. Me can't show. So I'm not so much more there.
I
never madam for you say yes 69. I mean he loves it a lot.
Oh he
was solve it. I never for taka or
into share on Facebook.
Or share.
And all the message or private message you ana.
Or private message me. I say papa be brave on to member. I am tron wa no ponkan. No, they should be telling it here. Now church me they am up back door do. Back door they say wa fear. Unya to tu aka. Now do one na say we go there betimi for back door and there wa wasem. You be an up back door there but say wa there you can go through the back door but
okay.
Yes.
Yeah we me Rambo.
Me dey me nti want to say there. I mean
yeah, I don't want to understand.
You don't want to understand 69. So you've never done something.
But my enka tie for say na you train Babu Bazaar, right?
Yeah,
Babu Bazaar.
Yeah, Babu Bazaar. Yeah, yes.
Babu Bazaar.
Yes, say Baumia can never. No,
yeah, train. What they we don't want to go back to that. Yes, no.
Personally, we know I do want to give credence to it. I know what you can same one more can to me watch. So maybe you could have said it, but nobody in his head.
Eric then also read, you know.
Well, yeah. Read about 69. I mean, work online. What is 69 to a man? Nina now also the Buanche channel. 69.
Eric,
men have 70 problems. One is food, the rest is 69. What does it mean? I mean, everybody knows 69.
So how do you take Banasa? I feel no being called go pass it. I will take
no way. Me take it's meant for higher way. You want to from no be a fight you. Yeah, the phone panka. Kanata best soldier for garden na ye nam soro ye nda fom kra and that from no be have a far here.
Unity Radio 103.9 Anopa Bosuo ma munyina akwa ba yeda mo ase. Some ajibre na mo joining, and those listening to us Facebook, those watching us on YouTube. Kaisa obetuma share program we live or TV, so oko YouTube and was search for Unity TV Worcester. Unity TV Worcester. You can watch us live on your smart screens in your homes. Now humanuchu all kasane the demonstrations are all here.
Exactly.
And all can say hunu.
Sometimes I wish listeners were watching.
All can say hunu and being supported by Eric Kwacho or Hene. Eric Kenya Jin or motivating and all coming down. Eric. I hope your wife is watching the show and listening to the show, and listening to all the comments you are bringing. Eric. Okay, that is just on the lighter side. Once again, no can say abra we are pabano konim kakraka ho mempaba because in kunimdie no one more step now be taken. What you say? Rambo say going on one more round when you don't think you can. Oh, boxer bia yabu na no officer going to me kubi mba sorry kuye. And Olympian being so I say Olympian being
almost giving up. That last round. Even Muhammad Ali has some of those videos.
Yes.
You know, Okunya, you say Abunewi, but he kept the belief. And now wobbly legs, always saw both of them. Now I saw a final round, and the victory comes. So never despair for a final round. I mean, final round final round in life. A lot of testimonies about. Born more peba. Born saying final round on the banaba. Born ma ope nyam. Final round there. Rambo couldn't have said it any better. That never miss an opportunity to have a final round. No matter how difficult it is for you, the final
Michael Damte say, Manucho go kill personal. He's my man now.
Oh yes.
Unim say Michael. Now or know the face of Facebook last time, but yeah.
Oh, nice one. That's the beauty of life.
I feel say you are his man.
Exactly. Thanks have won a soul for Christ. Menya disciple ba krama nyankopon.
When you're disciple about coming and
I said me preaching. I'm showing people the way to Christ.
My goodness, Manicho. What do I do with you? What do I do with you, Maricho? What do I do? Just tell me what I should do with you.
Do you want in a favor? Favor pen am pe.
Favor.
Yeah, mona mobile. Our video be akoshe.
Okay, maybe I told you testimony. So person share you media no o TV so o call YouTube so abetuma share. YouTube Unity TV Worcester. Unity TV Worcester. O kwa na wa subscribe. O subscribe ye ba obinya notification on Unity TV Worcester. Unity TV Worcester. All the programs that goes on here our YouTube, and then it's on Facebook, and then you can also listen on your radio 103.9 megahertz. And I know that chance oko Play Store so I app wo Unity Radio Worcester, and also download do baby on nambia especially mo am delivery no over to me etiana uchi taxi for the most part, Sibia Uni Worcester now go beyond the shores of Worcester. Which me a download app no connected to car now issue headset and now say BB now the TH media. Until you call YouTuber no search for Unity TV Worcester. Unity TV Worcester. We kindly ask you to subscribe to the page so that when we come on air, over to me and your notifications, and then you can join us and watch all our shows. So that is what we have for you by way of motivational message. Going on one more round when you don't think you can. That's what makes all the difference. Sylvester Stallone, Rambo, and a cancer 7. Richway Auto School, and also a cinema edin crash sembro Anopa Bia. Richway Adaruma, and Omaya de bro. And the idea bro no na open Richway me pacho. Shishan was 70 James Street, friend of 508-459-1331. 508-459-1331. So we pay driver's license. So what problem with getting a permit? So we trap permit no now so untumin kochro unko ye driving test pass ye no. Ni na no oba Richway ebebo na bibia so etumi akonkan. Omadaruma and I meeting crash some bro. Like I said earlier on, quickly you move on to the sporting segment. I won over Manucho. Timini Manucho before we come. Kasama Minti.
Oh yes.
No. We didn't go.
Oh no.
But Ken Fairbanks hasn't spoken.
Yeah, I know. First go now of sending me text. Yeah. They will see tomorrow.
They will see tomorrow.
But
just me.
Yes, exactly. We are waiting for. But it was a beautiful game. I mean, no more chance game. You see why they put up a fight, but
you see why I've always been complaining about Neymar and right now can't Neymar.
Yes. Yeah, it was the worst corporate.
Neymar is childish.
Yes. He's a crybaby. Onimbo but a crybaby. He's a born talent. I know
that's why we say somebody's a childish, right? I say Trimude. Ghana. No, because daddy ba, right? That is how he lives his life as a daddy ba style of player. Trimude Enra.
Easier to chances.
All the chances. One on one.
Yeah.
He hit the bar, he hit the post. Easier chances to score.
I think it's the solution. There's no PSG.
No, he said yesterday he's recommitted, said he's going to sign a new contract.
That's what I'm saying. I personally feel
PSG are kicking Bayern Munich from my says it tells
it shows an agent. It shows an agent. No, the point is that play for them because you want to play, not because they kick that Bayern. What if you do?
I see that shows set PSG is a big club. A man for look down. On PSG,
when they get eliminated by Chelsea eventually, and Chelsea you see that he'll be hurt again, and you start talking. Maybe then say it's good that the vision.
But Chelsea are all kind of the Chelsea I saw yesterday. No,
but they didn't need to stress it out. I mean, more
conservative approach. More conservative, or defensive approach. But with him,
yes,
I've been saying this for years, but I'm on phone teams here. Even my Chelsea supporters, they catch from say. The most important player in the Chelsea team, N'Golo Kante, your midfield dynamic, Mateo Kovacic. But me come on for boy Nejuma or your Chelsea team no more. Not only his work rate, but the way he dazzles with the ball, the way to me close control in small spaces.
It's very important. Yes,
a lazy between the midfield and the attack. And Kovacic, you see, some American and they usually can be 2KL. Yeah. Was it against City? It's a big loss. And I told Nanajman, me catch him off as no one is a City Beshe Chelsea.
Yes,
I'm telling you because Kovacic now or I to say he glues.
Yeah, he's
the
a
Chelsea.
Silent predator. Yeah. I mean, why I say
you need midfielder be our to say or no.
Sergio Busquets was able to.
Essien there robust. Essien to say Golo.
Yeah, yeah, they are for the little spaces and almost free,
almost close
players.
Control.
Exactly.
And I say, especially you need Kovacic more, especially when you are being highly pressed.
Yes.
And Ranan Kofono is high press.
Yes.
And Jorginho is always caught on the ball when he's being pressed.
Yes.
So high.
Yes.
But Kovacic. Ultimate
he's very flexible.
That is the word.
What the man in little spaces, confined spaces, is able to find exactly how to. Yes, he's very technical. I agree.
He was the missing piece in the Chelsea team.
He was coming back from injury. Someone said,
he started slow, but later he warmed himself up. He had a good game. Only N'Golo Kante and Kovacic, Pulisic. And our Chelsea website, man of the match, but Pulisic eventually won it because he had a good day yesterday.
Maybe see them Mount. They still feel that Mount.
No, Mount was totally out of the game. British, the bias in the British media. Because then Messi Mount and Shada Mobile.
Yeah,
but unique film. I
agree. So some of these are voted for too.
Yeah.
English speaking for
English
dominate and they will always have their way with it. But the games were won in the first legs. At the end there, they were just mere icings on the cake. Although the second one offered, I mean.
I think Bayern offered more threats to.
Yes, exactly.
Our game was more open. There were so many chances.
Exactly. They should have. Thomas Muller cooperating and not having Lewandowski absence was also felt. Choupo-Moting or idea to get that early goal.
Choupo-Moting scored home and
exactly. To get that early goal for them, but at least when they're going to get stuff, the tough should get going. So PSG they've revenged that painful loss in the final. Yeah. So maybe this is their time. Although
maybe that's why Neymar is beginning to think that.
But he should play well. I mean, if you are honestly, and they need him to operate very high because semi-final.
And they were marking. They kept their eyes so much on Mbappe.
You see that
Mbappe turned provider yesterday.
Exactly
for Neymar.
Yeah, but the point is when they go and get stuff, the tap should get going. But at least he's done the job already. It doesn't matter. And the goal, no, so it was a painful one. 10 minutes to go, he scores that beautiful goal.
Yeah.
Then it's ruled out offside. So they sold to us a very beautiful game. I mean, we are hoping that they'll carry it into the. I always believe that this semi-final, the individual brilliance of the players come to the party. But Chelsea to know how to play as a collective team. Ever coin their that beautiful record for Chelsea also needs mentioning.
Yeah.
Eight
semi-finals.
Eight time.
Manchester United in Bida.
They've done 7.
Liverpool Magic Champions League, you know.
5.
Yeah, Omunye Bida.
Exactly.
Chelsea, any day.
Arsenal has done 2.
Yeah. Arsenal Marco saying semi-final twice. No Marco final once.
Exactly.
Yeah, Chelsea exactly. Semi-final Marco.
Although I'm one person, I don't even believe in second best. So some of these records they are good for mentions by Opta Joe, but and should I hear me, sir? And should I important record? No. Winning is everything.
Manchester.
A team like Arsenal, I will never rate them. Say Marco final that. For me, it's a rubbish record. They don't need to even mention.
But it's important.
Important too.
How many teams start the UEFA Champions League?
No, first work. How can you know this second?
How many Champions League?
How can you know 1930 this second? I can confidently tell you that Uruguay won it.
Uruguay won.
Yeah, but
I think they won over
1972.
Was it Brazil?
1971 when they call final. They won this second. Fine, first thing, but they Monsieur first for very good reasons. I will not let
the second best. For analysis sake.
No.
I saw who the one the boy.
Second best. Then Arsenal should rate itself over Chelsea. They were the first team to get to a final.
Final season.
To get to a Champions League final.
No, but I final. No say
so what's the point? You got to a final, didn't win. It's not worthy of mention.
You're first to go to the final.
So that means we are bigger.
That means more times Neka. And you're first to.
No, so first to go. That means we are bigger than Chelsea.
No, because what do you mean?
We are not bigger because we've not won it. Simple as that.
No, but if Chelsea say Arsenal about Champions League finals,
it's rubbish. It's rubbish.
Why are they?
Once it's
how
rubbish.
many teams start the UEFA Champions League? So many teams.
If you've been there 10 times and you don't even win, it's not worthy of mention. That is to me. Obia winning one in one. What final 10 is better than you. Is that not the point?
But economics
is that about money?
Hey, teams, you
always tell economics. You had one thing you were telling me. It's about you winning. You don't care about the money.
That's statistics and so here, and the records and so here.
Point is that first is everything, second is nothing.
No, first is everything.
Me. Maybe I want to be second pa. And I make sure. Me go school maybe the second cry me soon. But to be so respected, yeah, of course. He doesn't have a problem.
One thing you have to know is you can always win.
As an Arsenal fan, if you go and argue that you're Marco finance, you're a big club, that is you. But as an Arsenal fan, I think we are not an elite club.
Eric, so your argument, I know I say, you didn't go mad.
I was 69.
I see. Wait for United next season. You go see.
No, United.
You go see game.
No.
This year, Manchester no more Champions League now.
Exactly.
Group stage.
PSG
Group stage. You go went to me and qualify. I said this year more movie. This year no more can.
Exactly, I agree. I'm there.
Yeah, customer. They say United crowd. You didn't come on. I'm going to be saying come on.
Team some didn't say password. No boy. Janada ne Cresvis Scott.
Canada.
I'm a fair way. You know bit me abo. Asabre is good with Russian names. Cross Scott come near there.
Nana Asabre is watching us on Facebook.
Yeah, cross come. Well, United put the after Ferguson there. They are not worth it. Some when we need Europa 1 be amade Joma.
There be something money Mourinho be born now.
Exactly.
Or tell it. So only gonna say even Ferguson will even agree with me. Also after Ferguson legacy, when I be United.
Oh yeah, nothing. So Mourinho is the biggest.
Even Papa Alfie Holland the crown home for such only gonna say.
Yeah, exactly.
Or GFA Cup.
Yeah.
Papa almost was restricted to Hokuchi here.
Louis Van Gaal.
Yeah, he won the FA Cup.
Exactly.
From
2018, they
won what I said. The 2.5 season.
Exactly.
So they take Mourinho midway.
Exactly.
Sunday midway.
Yeah, 2018. January.
Yeah, no bet Pamela Mourinho.
Yes.
And I bought season here.
Yes.
I know I bought one full season, and I was about this full season.
Yeah, near miss team. I mean,
now last year I bought Europa League. A team to say, you see, that is why sometimes and Rahman and I didn't go man make us say Chelsea. I mean, no one say Chelsea plays in the Europa League
and wins it twice.
The 2 times. Yeah, Chelsea team kasi. Yeah, free Champions League. Yeah, Bahani Akwalaja. So near Chelsea. Yeah, team kasi. Yeah, Bankwalema near Chelsea kasi. Yeah, and that is what Mourinho did with United.
Exactly.
Who bought Europa League last year? This year,
yeah, this season there's some room.
This season there's some. Friday. Was it Manchester need teams on the DNA password?
Yeah, their password will computer so. Oh, Terefs Carabs can
make sure Honor with the ITs me
Groski Santanova. I mean some teams.
Manager Saka
Manchester there. The teams are didn't their password on computer. No mobile. A cry anti dinda. Otulo Galati. Tereskov Saransa. Pare me ya sabre mana bobo sadi ya mama.
Okay.
Omo after 2013 there you can some I mean
Omo come Manucho. Eric, Manucho se men kan just with all due respect. We are the manager ba Manchester Assembly ba for manager Assembly to nchen kan Manucho. Manu, let's look at today's games and we have two important matches coming up. Nimina crucial. Na me analysis be say utie ya. Two teams na born run no qualifying na they won away.
Yes.
And omo nyina be lose wo home.
Yes.
But and omo born nso nyina win wo home.
Reverse.
And almost reverse. Yeah. So what happens today? Manchester United started with Dortmund City 2-1 in favor of City. Dortmund with that vital away goal. But my memfa we mfa mo say enne UEFA den hihye foforo aba. UEFA say from next season UEFA Champions League ni Europa League no. Omo be yi away goal rule no extra time. And yet After 90 minutes. After 90 minutes, almost say about first leg we are because Omar realizes say 1990. Yeah, Omar realizes say Manchester United ni Granada ya okay.
Yeah.
Now Manchester akobo 1-1. Manchester akobo goalless draw away. Na Granada nso aba. Na Granada abebo goalless draw Manchester home. Yes, your boy extra time 30 minutes. Na Granada share one goal. Or share one goal. Now Manchester needs two goals because of away goal. And obviously away goal no best standing only for 90 minutes.
Exactly.
After 90 minutes, you know, say two legs and I say quite extra timer. Which I think makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, to a point. So let's try it and see because the idea too is that they say the number 15 or home, number 15 or home.
But that
if there's parity, no, you have parity.
Yeah, I agree
because
with you.
Your home is supposed to be your fortress. In modern day football, there your home is supposed to be maybe an fans in Montia, but who born back on home. I mean, fans, you know, they are supposed to agitate to make you play better. But I think for sanity and everything, rules said before a competition there, I don't argue too much because it can go for you, it can go for me. So you don't make a lot of noise about that.
If you don't want to be in a disadvantaged position, just win your first
fight
convincingly.
Better. Exactly.
Win your first so much.
Yes, starting Amakacha will say 1990 after 90 extra time, no elections. I have no. I agree that it will make it more even. That the extra time
15 hour Canada it won't be possible
of course, I mean,
Manchester
logistics everything why it doesn't make sense. So once it's in your home, you should still hold that advantage that you have that a little edge over me. But the reality is that let's set it this way to make it more beautiful. That within the 19 we are waiting try and get a goal. Because the extra timer you are going to play on somebody's neutral grounds, but the stage is all set for you. In principle, I think it's a very good one. I mean, I'm one person. I believe in diversing, always bringing new stuff. I remember 1993. I did a friend kicking under 17 tournament in Japan 93.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
You
true with Nigeria.
Yeah, kicking. Nigeria for the share, in the final. But people felt that the game becomes to every throwing too tight because every throwing looks like a free kick.
Yeah.
So you're trying and 5, you can always go back to.
But I think the way they're better.
Yeah, way there.
And this makes sense.
First, because then golden rule there's been silver rule, golden rule which makes football beautiful at junior tournament. So I agree.
Okay, so back to the discussion. But before that, in the year 3039, if you meet 10 people on the street, one would have been a Chelsea coach. In short, you are trying to insult Chelsea's PAM coaches. Doesn't that work for us?
Yeah, it's working.
Once
they are getting the results.
Yeah.
I want my team to do that.
Exactly. Me as a Chelsea fan,
yes.
I don't support coaches. Yes. I support my team.
Exactly.
See, if coaches 10 na major trophy. Do I care about the coaches? I care about the achievement of the team.
That one, I agree. So that's not at the end of the day, we'll count your trophies. Nobody remembers the number of coaches who walk through the path. Although once the team on the legacies, and the dynasties also established, he said, I keep a coach, I let him go through the cycle and win trophies for me. Obviously, no way. We have the money, we have everything. So just do the job.
Yeah.
And so I would love to be in this modern era there. I'm starting to follow football, not Chelsea, keep fit club or Takrade. Tell me start me DH, no, keep fit club. I answer can make Chelsea for very good. What's here? You heard me very right.
No. Because now make kind David Aguanya
time I remember started to me follow English football. No, Chelsea was a keep fit club in Takrade. They were not really a football team. Chelsea I was supporting and keep fit club or Takrade. Now within some 4 years in England. No, but that's the harsh truth. And then I'm a supporter. I'll be in Chelsea. I wouldn't lie to you because you know why. one black players opportunity at a point that Liverpool United didn't raise. Yes, especially from Africa.
And a purpose is also
exactly, especially even Wenger on Shadam. But Mourinho did not look at that. Prove themselves. The Carlos, the Drogbas, and Koni,
the Michels.
Yeah, be around 97, 98. Wanna
say Opo National. Sorry for joining.
Dan.
Yeah,
defending champions.
And the coins so I could do fine.
Exactly.
Also now on our part A, and our part B. So yeah, the anchor also one for part B now, Michelle.
Exactly. Yeah. But it doesn't take into account that we show respect Zidane, and it's still on course to really get this one. It will make it more interesting. Maybe Zidane, because a knockout coach or a very tactical. Maybe the league run, coaches one money.
But you'll be missing Vasquez today.
Oh yeah,
a big blow because our Vasquez boy no.
He's very
good. As right wing or a forward,
exactly.
And he plays it perfectly and on
the. They wanting to use their wing play, no?
Yeah,
running until you put players who can. Vasquez, na sense they have young blood in them.
Vasquez so almost he's done for them. No, ACL.
Wow, ACL there. I mean, sometime minimum 8 months.
Yeah, Enrad, that is the news we got from Twitter. CFC Daily, a tabloid be almost tied the Chelsea news bar. When him Kovacic prior, no. Yeah, almost tweety say, a friend is saying, Rudiger. You see Rudiger ni twa no 50-50 ball.
Wow.
And no prayer no nti according to CFC Daily no. No I'm say we turn the ACL. But then Chelsea coach ni say a muscle injury rather. So muscle. A hamstring nti.
Oh then
nti
that's
then
a
maybe
good
a 2 weeks yeah if it is true. But say na said the musica Enra CFC Daily di by nti am again.
No my initial way no.
Assessment.
Yes.
No, I'm say report on munya no but I mean, I'll believe what the coach said because maybe one thing about this coach that I like is he's very honest.
Yeah, almost coaches are honest. I understand sometimes they play a fast one, but 99% of the time your press conferences they expect you to tell the truth. Cover. Yes, if there's a chance or if there's no chance.
But also muscle injury.
Yeah, which
hamstring
is good.
Or training at 30 minutes.
Yeah, that one is good. I mean, watch maximum 3-4 weeks he should be back at you. Maximum. Some even return in 2 weeks, but it's a bit of bad news. I mean, to lose Lucas Vasquez at this point, bad news. So whichever way, it's the biggest game. I think
Liverpool City. I
wanted to run. Because
Liverpool.
Liverpool, there no.
I'm Madrid.
Yes, I've listened to club work. I said they have to play above themselves. So they have to.
They have to have a perfect game.
Exactly. Yeah. And play for each other to really because they need a 2 goal. They need to overcome a 2 goal deficit.
It's almost
2 goals are Madrid and
Shebi.
And it's a surmountable and it's more like that's that you don't write Madrid off when it comes to some of these things and you don't try Madrid off. Although I agree say goals to Madrid, some of them came from pure defensive blunders. Arnold, he's always been under the stake that going forward he's
fantastic.
But defensively he has a lot of that is why maybe Southgate and Penny use because he needs to train more as a winger than a wing back and as a defender. As far as I'm concerned, this the defensive when they will form. So it's a huge game, and I'm expecting Salah. Salah be goal. I mean, this is a moment. Expect Salah to really have a goal. The game is far from over. I'll give Madrid a 60% chance of qualifying, but you can't. Say 60-40 and 50-50 now. It makes the game beautiful. Say Liverpool nearly goal. It will make the game widely open, but. My heart is saying Liverpool should have it, but my mind tells me that Real Madrid has what it takes. Madrid will qualify out of this tie.
So hopefully Madrid will qualify.
I'm sure Madrid will qualify.
Okay.
If you can give us a few stats, if you have
head to head in the but after winning their first 3 meetings with Madrid in European competition, Liverpool have lost each of their last 4 against them.
Exactly.
Until Liverpool started share Madrid no. Omo winning first 3.
Yes.
But omo la yes. And my honorable Benjamin Kofiaye, former NPP Powers and honorable is watching us. And honorable Liverpool ni
exactly. Together with King Cash. Na Iben Ranger more there. Na Eddie unique so Eddie unique so Liverpool.
Oh unique ship.
Yeah.
Oh Liverpool
pa.
Eddie pa. Na sa no te.
Oh yes. So omo dos minim
na den na omo di omo hu siesie sa.
I'm surprised. I'm flabbergasted no tie ye. E da no tie no say 4 legs no. And can say me body na me see o wa wonim din na me
4 legs be
enra tama me no kasa na me wo 4 legs na mo 2 legs no
me nim 4 legs as me
kai no cell phones
me pese me kai
one person be kai one person me kai one person me go heaven. You want to go to heaven alone?
Me say me pese me kai
but you want to go to heaven alone. Na say me dey say me can na me go heaven. Once I disclose I have to mention
Okay.
So Omunya Liverpool for.
Now some more statistics, right?
Yes, give us a bit of stats.
Yes. Until Liverpool winning almost first 3 European competitions against Real.
Yes.
But almost the last four were losing
including the 2017-2018 final. Yes.
And never the last fifth.
Yes.
Is it going to be the same or reverse trend? No. I know yes and bisa.
Yeah. It looks like Liverpool might win, but
Weber Real third visit to Anfield. Mubabisha Liverpool our European competition. They lost once I don't make catch say.
Be a huge
4-0.
4-0.
2009.
They lost
4-0. Liverpool show 4-0.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And they won 3-0 in October 2014. In Champions League.
It's interesting. Say the pro Ronaldo and after Ronaldo era.
Yeah.
The pro. Why some of us respect Ronaldo. 2009, I'm Madrid. They name your crowd.
Lose 4-0. Liverpool show 4-0.
Yeah.
And at the 14 last one, Madrid by Anfield 3-0.
Yes.
These are the last two games. 2009-14 across Anfield.
So it sets this game to a beautiful one because both teams have now improved massively in their strikes and they have tactical managers, very good players. It sets it up beautiful. And the Henderson number, I mean, they are losing Henderson.
Liverpool,
not good.
Almost lose to Champions League matches 11. Home. Surprisingly, 11 they move 5 Spanish teams now.
Wow.
Until Liverpool Spanish teams tie how more Anfield.
And at this time, so the fans are not there. There is no cup ending at the end. Madrid, if there's any better chance for Madrid to do it again.
And Real Madrid, the only team. Twice.
Twice or no team has been able to do a double over them.
Also, only a second side. Yeah. 2 teams now yes. But Madrid after Barcelona show me twice. And Madrid is show me twice.
Yeah. The Spanish giants.
The team apart from Barcelona and Madrid no. Team behind share Liverpool Champions League.
Twice
in Premier yeah,
why once
until Liverpool
I said
Madrid Barcelona so
I said lights a bit more strike once will be but to hit the same spot twice the whole world is too big to get the same place twice but they wanted to do it
15 times out of 16 times and Real Madrid were winning first leg of a knockout stage our Champions League about 16 times
only once
16 times no more qualified 15
once no, they lost out after winning the first leg. Wow, so they are forced to reckon with. They get the job done. They will make sure tactically they will beat you to it. That sets it up beautifully.
I winning the first leg by 2 or more goals.
Yes.
So we need 2 or more.
There's no way I'll beat
There's no way I'll beat him
unless a miracle happens. The miracle of
the last time I moved free, 2003-2004 quarter final. Monaco.
Yeah, I remember Monaco. No
4-2 on
a Monaco. Madrid those errors.
That time no that half face in the name 3-4 over near. Now no move free 116 stage. Time be after
that time. I remember around 2010 2011 when I were by Mourinho by no Sergio Ramos no you know combo knockout face of Champions League.
Yeah.
Oh, they be a group phase and no more in him. See, I want to start with Ramos here. I don't see a late developer, late bloom. He's always been good, but I think the last decade there is really helpful.
Since 2015 at Manchester City, any Real Madrid a ball goalless draw our semi-final.
They be a goal.
Real Madrid Ashe almost last 23 games.
Yes,
almost go. Knockout stage
goes Baba goes
almost last 23 games. Say home. Say away.
At least expansive football, so they will get a goal. That makes it difficult for Liverpool because you have to defend well and still get goals.
Which is why Klopp will say they have to have a perfect game.
Yeah, a perfect game. Every player should play for themselves and each other. And some will for each other.
Okay, that is it. With all the statistics, you still think which team is going through? Remember, have it at the back of your mind that annual predictions in about Kukram.
No,
you said Chelsea will qualify. Chelsea Bakubem, but PSG now can say.
No, but Namin said PSG or home among you strong. I am saying to me, Namin said, no
Bakwam, 2 Jitum Bakwam. No, what's on the qualify?
But yes, to
win 2 legs, so Castle qualify.
So
let's
go on. Yes, they are qualifying. Yes,
one qualify. When Ken Fredericks see,
there are 2 different stories.
Yes,
but we beat them. Yes, we beat them. Right.
Okay. Into one echo.
I saw
Liverpool.
I'll give Madrid 65% chance. So I think Madrid
will go.
Madrid will go through.
And Dortmund, Dortmund so ni we ni
It's the biggest game. I think for everything. Dortmund no English opposition. They almost shut down team papa in recent times. There's some catching one. And I signal Duna. Yeah, I'm fine one. It's a big game. I've listened to
Pep Guardiola say he'll be deemed a failure. So when to me and Champions League, I'm a city. No, I just so be a failure. You've been saying it.
I've always said it. I mean, maybe not this time, but I think this time the Madaho, all the big guns are out. I still think it's for me it's a big game. It's one of the biggest games. Washa Marco Rusumuna and back home, they are really a force to reckon with. Now then it's just 2-1 because dying numbers some to me that beautiful goal by Phil Foden. It's still an open game, all right, but my biases are towards City. I think City will have a way to do it over them.
City will qualify.
Some City should qualify, but this caveat is what I'm issuing. The first 45 minutes, someone will leave Dortmund there, then it's a done deal. But Dortmund will give it an early goal. Within first 15 minutes, now Dortmund will try to score. Almost score and they throw the tie while they open, but it's the skill tilts slightly in the favor of City.
Borussia statistics kakra to augment you.
Exactly.
Borussia Dortmund, almost last 7 Champions League knockout stages. No, say, almost bona say, almost elusu first leg no. Out of 7,
they've gone out.
Almost from 6.
Yes.
Only one time, and almost elusu first leg I qualify.
It mean over 10 results.
That was against Benfica in 2016-17.
Yeah.
Omu lusu 1-0. Omu lusu 1-0. Omu share 4-0 second leg.
And it is possible against at this stage of competition. I believe in history, elitism, bigness now at the end come into play. And City is not a team with that pedigree. We said Dortmund they've been winners before. 1997. I remember Tanko.
Ibrahim Tanko.
Yes. Players do change, times do change in the idea, all right. But at least because the soul of the team is really kept in the dressing room, and it gives them that added edge all the time. Into Dortmund on paper looks a bit. Say he shouldn't be a back that they look a bit bigger and better than City in this time.
But if you look at knockout stages at City, so out of 15, winning the first leg, qualified 13.
Yeah, so
a reverse statistic.
Exactly, makes it more in their favor.
So Esha first leg out of 15 times no. Qualified 13.
Only twice they've not been able to.
They've
been taken out. But that will not really come to play this time around. They have the players all right, but do they have that? When they're going to get stuff, I expect the tough to get going. Gundo harmony at the end. At least they've been in Dortmund before. You expect them to bring that presence to it, but. I think for me, it's still a big game. Very, very open. 55%.
Let's look at this statistic. Maybe 45. This will trigger you to have a rethink.
Yes.
Champions League Abakuse Muno. Team will win first leg, and our winning first leg 2-1. Ewofie. So can it do number 15 matches 12 Ephraim.
Wow.
So we win 2-1 Ohoma.
Because you see, it's very easy because the team has
one
crucial away goal.
Only one goal per free.
Very crucial away goal. Now, once we work on, we are going to be a bit defensive. Once the backward team, now upon game. Now, we show them first leg, so they all played expansive, good football. One thing you are sure is that goals will flow game. And yet, tactical, I say, me show going to member. Teams will create chances, teams will try to score. In terms of open and
Borussia Dortmund, almost last previous meeting with City, it was way back in 2012. Now, Champions League say group stage. Almost City 1-0.
And a group.
Okay. Group stage.
Yeah, at home.
At home, almost City 1-0.
Exactly.
That was December 2012.
I'm sure.
Winning.
Yeah, they won at home against City.
1-0.
But City has really undergone a lot of
changes
near there. But still, Dortmund has that 45% chance of qualifying. I don't write them off at all. They have what it takes. Almost some the Sancho is still injured. And then
almost bad news is there. Almost last 2 matches almost home against English teams. Tottenham. And a year do 2 times. 2017-18, 2018-19.
Yes. So
in Tottenham, a year do home.
Exactly. And City on paper and everything is even better than Tottenham in that regard. Although Son, Kenya, they almost they are very difficult to pull out. So adding everything together, that's why I will say that I still think City has what it takes to qualify, but Dortmund will has a 48% chance. City, game they are very, very, very open. I think just like you said initially, Pep Guardiola, if he will ever be remembered, because for everything they be a kind say, we share Pep Guardiola and Mourinho. There's always that thin line between them that who is a better manager, and sometimes Tactically, I go for Pep because I think tactically the Pep he knows how to arrange his team, allow players to develop and change their style around him. But it's the other side. It's just the opposite. But just that maybe modern times now has proven that the Pep Guardiola approach really works. But on I say Sika can when to mean that beautiful results. So I think Pep, one thing I love about him is that he's a truthful manager. Sometimes you can be very professional. Once in a while you'll be biased. Bias is the only to mean the life of a person. Some just that you have to have a way to bring it down, make it settle. So he knows very well that social investments at Sheikh Mansour, the Etihad team, or Mayena, he owes no apology. And as you have no reason to start talking about the fact that if he's not able to get it this time around, then he can start making excuses for himself. He's been given everything. Sometimes when a young person was over Kona girl players with such experience, they played over a decade, they've lasted the moment. Not such crucial moments you need them. No, you've decided say they should go off. I will think that he still needs to include them, people like so that they can get him the Kona girl mono. These are the moments. If they're able to prove beyond themselves and get results in some of this game, but basically he might decide even not to use him. So it's good he's personally come out to say that for me, if I don't deliver Champions League, then I feel that's a City manager. Because
what would you be expecting from your darling boy Haaland today?
He will score. He will score a goal. He will prove to you why.
And then there's Manuchu Maganda, Gaucho Margarita, La Molina.
I agree with you perfectly.
Only Haaland, and then there's some more convincing me on the biggest stage.
Yes, I saw convinced of why he's attracting all the news around the buzz around him.
Exactly.
Although sometimes it's a game, but I agree that Usain Mbappe say the way he did the job back home when he had done the job.
Yeah, well, your first leg.
You don't want to hold him to it. I think that sometimes he was played out of position. To make sure highlights, for me was played out of position where he operates better. One shot and call more often, but he doesn't take anything with the strategy they played. So Haaland, obviously a budget so not commanding 150 million, 200 million a year. You see, sometimes it's about the supplies, but me to have seen him take a ball from the middle and walk it into the post. When they go and get staff, that's what you do. We are young, you are exuberant, you can run. So you don't go and sit up front and be waiting for balls. Yeah, mommy supplies into. This is the moment. Now City team here also now winning City together with Madrid and
Madrid.
So it will make a lot of good judgments if he's able to do a lot of. He has every motivation to do well today. So to shut up most of the people who think that he's a protege. There's been a lot of noise around him. He needs to prove it with on the field too, and I believe he can get it done. This City team doesn't look like over the moon. John Stones.
But talking about Haaland scoring, there is this
record.
It's very scary for Haaland though.
Yes.
Man City haven't conceded in any of their last 4 Champions League away games.
Yes,
the last team to keep a clean sheet in 5 straight away games in the competition was United. 6 in 2010-11.
Wow.
City almost last 4 games away.
Haaland
so Haaland can Haaland break that change?
Yeah, he needs to. He needs to, and he can. I believe that at your favorite home ground today, you have everything to really let it work. Their favorite Signal Iduna. I like that name a lot.
City, after losing 3 of almost first 5 meetings with Dortmund in all competitions, almost first 5, no lose 3.
Yes.
Now listen to this. Man City as a team, the boss Pep Guardiola, unbeaten in his last 7 against German sides.
Wow. He knows how to play them. He's been there for like 3 years.
He's won 4 and drawn 3.
Wow.
In the last 7 matches against German opposition. He's
been there for like 3 years. I mean, as a coach, and so you can't take it away from him. He knows the terrain very, very well. But it doesn't take anything away from Dortmund too. At least they did half of the job back in at the Etihad. I think they did almost.
And maybe this will make you happy.
Very, very happy.
And for your player.
Yes.
Borussia Dortmund striker
scored a lot of goals.
Erling Haaland, he's only failed to score in 3 matches, including the unborn.
Exactly.
In 3 of 15 appearances in the Champions League, he has found the net in all 4 of his appearances at Signal Iduna Park. Are
no,
Omo matches omo home.
Yes.
4 ninyi na washe goal. And City in so last 4 away unconceded goal.
So it sets it up beautifully.
It's the best defense against one of the prolific strikers in this season's Champions League.
Yeah, so it sets it up beautifully. That it will make it more interesting and more burden, more of a reason to watch that game. For me, I can't wait. I think that I agree with you. Just like Pep and Sokano, if all the noise around you boils down to this game. So when you say flop, yeah, that commanding
first like he had opportunity to draw Dortmund level. So 2-1.
Yes. I mean, but he gave that beautiful assist.
No, he did. He did, yeah.
I still remember that in the 10, but he didn't play well. I mean, the hype, he didn't live up to the hype.
I think they marked him up. Guardiola had a plan for him.
Exactly, but it's not enough. When I'm just, I agree. Football there, your marco outside is very difficult, but that is when you have to show your metal.
Yeah.
Because when you need iron rubber money at the
easy. Yeah.
Exactly. When the going gets tough, that's why the tough should get going. Ukofa we be see Drogba 14 appearances against us, and I share 14. I mean, they be also Obeshe.
As Benga himself,
exactly. And these are players, they leave their mark. I mean, going on top there sometimes easy, but maintaining it. Into the noise around you, now once we complain, until this time around,
7 goals in total.
Yeah, in the Champions League this season. Wow, I thought he had more.
Nifio.
Okay. Yeah, he has 10. I know in like 6 appearances. Yeah. It's almost his fortress. I mean,
okay. So your player, another player I know you admire, Sergio Aguero.
Yeah.
Send Aguero to Michel Goa. Obeba Beye all-time English Premier League team player. What's your most Champions League goals?
That's a huge one.
36.
That's a huge one for him.
See, I need draw by a level.
That's huge for him.
36. And this our share now. Wabeye all-time
top scorer for the player in the EPL. That's a sweet one.
Drogba was 36. Aguero was 36.
That's why you don't understand Pep Guardiola. But hey, these are his preferences. Not for footballing reasons. He just maybe does not like him or his style. But I bet me also on Beshama Pep because the way Pep treats him, but he's always been a savior. And
the history is also with Aguero.
Yes.
Washe goes at your German size than any other country in the continent of Europe. He scored 11 goals than German sides than any other nation in Europe.
Dortmund should win. Yes, you see a sharp PSG 1-on-1. Yeah, cheer difference.
Okay. What's the neck out 65-70% chance for Real Madrid, City, Dortmund? After all this, your own analysis.
My heart is with Dortmund, but my head is with City because then the head always does the analysis. So City should have it. So for Haaland, he 2 goals no film. Then it should be 1/2. But
if Haaland scores 2
goals and they almost
say Haaland to me share 2 goals ne,
you reverse your
story.
Na
City share City Fluma or chame presentation am live for camera so
say $100.
I don't know okay.
Number today body na me bompa na ade mu yedu a o present it of me
surprise.
No surprise. The last time I was surprised I nearly died. But I don't like surprises.
What happened to you?
Say me ko get before say me ko surprise no. Me ko no be able to so. I got shocked.
Goodness, really true.
Sa we na tell na ye kan we no. Jujuma na asem no. Won say na nam ra ho. E bi to me o.
Oh, Jujuma na collapse here Koko man.
I went to surprise and I was shocked. It was a shock.
Now so you were paying a surprise visit
to my girlfriend.
Water flower. And say Jujuma ni dey na.
Exactly. Me do no be able to so. Me nipa I'm sure you see na me ho e. I don't like surprises. Trust me. So tell me the amount, then I pray for it.
I was saying
Nigeria, okay, you are saying Najoko. Why should disclaimer?
Na ye ba be political issues I feel Ghana and so aba. Etienne said ye no awie UEFA Champions League no live commentary be for peace bro. We are now Kevin Agri.
And no more de papa.
Yeah, Kevin Agri.
Gospel. Yeah. I mean the guy Obiantieno. I mean you need to listen to the dude. He has the worst. No segment to be about issues in Ghana. Only royal segment to be more de papa. On the royal segment, don't miss it. More there, and grad money. They be asking for Ghana. Maybe only time.
The social media segment.
Trends. No, I want. I know my favorite part. But beyond that,
then grad. I can say so. Sister, who kopel bema. Bema kopel ba po ba oye jumaden.
Exactly. Yeah.
No. The amount for Jomusika double.
No so ye jumaden. So no brand who ye juma. Na Quincy Ara ye juma. Nti na bo for brand. I mean, it's a story. It's an episode.
Okay.
Listen to
if you want
Kevin
more,
Agri.
and then after commentary, no,
Yeah.
Kevin Agri.
Yes.
Abeku Santana, New Abema.
Yes.
Wabuzuanim. Okay, young for a short commercial break. Yaba, Manucho, Abaya 2 year Ghana. Abaya 2 year Ghana. No. European Union. Observatory body Adom report aba.
Yes.
Now Oma Kasembia fa. Yeah. Oma Kasembia fa kwan ya Ghana e fa so yi electoral commission. And civil servant opeso ko preposition yes resign. Eno da nchen so a say uko president e say
100,000.
Ni na Oma Kasafa ho. Abato na ye to wo Ghana no. Na ye fair.
Yeah.
Na meeting international standards ana meeting nyina amaka ho asem ya the bread for eno da nchen so
they are neutral so their verdict you be so in IST let's stay
eno da nchen so ade ba ko a ha Ghana covid by obi e kam covid nipa sen na ekumo mo Ghana
me check am but I'm not sure
within 3 months Ghana 771 Ghanaians mojanam omumu te se me ne wo te Manucho omwu from road accident.
Wow.
771 in Bosome Miensa.
3 months on the road, 100, 200, 300.
771.
Even to lose 2 lives when road accidents. Okay. You see, as a civilian, sometimes saddens my heart. Saddens my heart.
We no crano ye MTTD report.
Yeah.
Modiaba. 771 Ghanaians die road crashes in 3 months. Just 3 months. Manasseh Azure any Paul Adom-Otchere. As I said, it is Mike Tyson and Holyfield. Battle be a cosono.
Giddy cry.
Okay. Nina, you the munchiri mumba on the show.
Yeah, now Ghana death according to Worldometer CDC for when 763.
COVID by this
yeah. COVID
2 years never.
Yeah, March by Ghana.
Okay.
Second March.
2 years into your 2 years, right?
Exactly. Nipe Ghana 763.
And so you through COVID. 3 months.
771
into almost 2 years COVID death no a match just 3 months.
I have a lot to say when we get there.
Okay.
From my perspective
yanko to ade kakra ne mra say Ghana lives matter ye bedi mu nkomo high unity radio 1039 Anopa Bosuo su na we Midi do national me ne Manucho de dijumedi ye to ade asada kese ma Danko African Market na Abia Barbering Salon Raf G-Man Driving School na KM Raf Roofing ye bo ye nti omo ho nkrato omo daruma no omo boy ma yitumini yensanchire for wo Ghana phone card Tony adeni nyina transportation de mom enyumaku ya daruma no mo boy nti mom bear with us ne nkoton ade kakra bi ye ba ne the all the details of the stories no dia bro.
What a wow, what a gentle akwa ehu ofe enti wan eyi abrante 9 say
enti oba na akanfo be ma say
oh bro jainu nkanfo me every Saturday paneton ni minyi miti obabi asa akwa miti mi no na bia barbering shop.
Oh sweet guy, well look sexy and I'm the guy be call.
Oh yes, se bani mi hu adwuma oh your best ultramile sweat backbone and a half bow jacket science sporting waves eye bia bi ye shaving ebrekwa bombs bia ema wafono me ye sexy boy ya we sexy gay ultrasi betumi atwa ne ho.
Wow, any extra me wo
Shisha Nabian Barbering Shop, our 1106 Main Street, Worcester, MA 01603, Anna Fred 978-235-3348. Nabian Barbering Shop.
woman crow for yes sexy.
Oh, Kwanso Jojo, oh, Kwamwatre, driver move. Driver papa de was driving our RAF G-Man driving school LLC sasura kran na sura boto kran na sura kra kronkrono sa na sura driver na RAF G-Man driving school wo ba be driving a ebetie bi na wanya driving mu hunu abaye driver ni mapa anya driving document nyina prekope every say director ni instructor Pastor Raf Ajeman cover by our RAF G-Man driving school LLC baye a professional driving teacher ni instructor as a pastor what experience what driving mu wo wabotre I want to boase I want to tie mu hwehunu wo de obefa driving mu road test na okura posh cars a full air condition na wafa RAF G-Man driving school mo wie abaya driver no wasa register under motor vehicle certificate RAF G-Man driving school our cars papa wo de ma renting for road test asaya evaluation and bookings anyone I want to pass a permit Pastor Raf Ajeman wo 22 years driving ni teaching experience actually driving our maybe to say Germany Holland, France, and USA. Asaya be wa kasa hudu mu. Enti kasa bi a wo pese yɛmfa nkyerɛ wade no. Wɔde bɛ kyerɛ wo. Say English o, say French, say German, and Holland. Kasa bɛn. Ade na gya kwankyerɛ de so yi. Na ne director ne instructor a otwa Ralph G-Man Driving School LLC ano. Pastor Ralph Ajimai. Eni kita ho ne be driving nyemu experience. Fra cell phone 774-329-3271. Office number 508-644-0651. Fax 508-644-0654. Ralph G-Man Driving School LLG. Awo 129 East Main Street, Unit 6, Webster MA 01570. Website www.ralphgmandrivingschool.com. Email rgmandriving@gmail. Ralph G-Man Driving School. Cobra sumdiem ne cobra jojo. Any niswadi.
Well, no. That day I cannot work any message so say. There no crew chasser no.
Any waka. One na mami buafu no paisa no. Say ya dan ye siwie ya ye pen chance amboso. O me fa KM Raf chance a wo de ball wo dan so no bi. Amoye die so. Enso meka bibia me kunu wonte ase. Eni se na anu ya nsuo to ya. Enfra ma pa dan yi so ama chese. Ye hu de ye ho. Na de mo kura ne se chance na tete sento magobi.
Ma me wukunu na so oden. Me kura me kan bi o. Hwe bretintia me ball me dey so ansa na mo me day ye friend a petampe ensuo to awiebo me ton chance no KM Raf me sre obi a wotie me sesa wo pen chance papa border so e meda na ya petampe a fre KM Raf na one ni nkomo e da de wo si wi a e ya febol etibiribi a wo de ye da ne ho adwuma na etese ye papa ejina ne na so en chance papa e wo KM Raf o long span idea euro ties plainalism ane de keka ho na ne chance no wo de wonsa so mu a hunu se eden e wa hoden e 4 layer coating 32 microns ne kala no empada woton chance ya wo de rain gutters beka ho ene accessories aka ni nyina sese na de abaso de boda so efe ne steel trusses no ni nyina wo bi KM Raf woni adade kra amanfo e pen chance papa bo e da so nko anti na biye ni paguru so ene se ne chance ye papa ne chance biya de boda so biya e ye 10 years warranty mfie du na ho ntechma ne chance biya so e kra 60% losing enti oba se frama pada no so kra asabi bo ne na ne yie that biya kada de benwuna hamo KM Raf ne office no of my blue gate kwanta ho wuwura mu no a abrosesia no heye ni faso o wosoro ho ne numbers ne ye 0549315774 ana 0202154132 South KM Raf chance ni bia so de kokuma se ne potamu a woso de case kare chew afa wo kɔhwɛ dare no wa estimate no so wanye hwe KM Raf roofing ukoto chance wo border so a we need case.
For all the latest news, sports, politics, entertainment, health, traffic, weather, and more, listen to Unity Morning with Opo National, the only morning show you need. Now.
Unity Radio 103.9 Busafo ya dama asisa mo twan na ekoton ade aba ye de asira kese man na bia mba salon brand be UTFF Samsung na KM Raf Roofing and of course Ralph G-Man Driving School, not forgetting Danko African Market and Wholesale. Kope Kankale Bani Bito. You was 785, right? Mecha. Yeah. 785
Main Street.
785 Main Street.
Main Street.
Brand be do join na Unya Africa duani bi ato Liberia, Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea, South Africa duani bi ebi ho. Na Unya hahama efie bibire mu abanso enom ebo abema wa emre. Manucho taika. Ode ko ho. Ja blood pressure drone no ubi jainom menkase jainom o de kone kwaji kankale ba ne bitterwood ni bi na start we na start say a cleaning system nim hama na yedi enro nti bra 785 Main Street na ebedi udwa nyina o danko ho na aduane na wudi na no anekofa yare ba onzi yedidi no na ye put on weight na ye kese na ye se na system no mu choku ban sa na oji nnua eni hahamani bi nso na wonom na ebo ada bia meka ye nananom ne ye maame mo ebeto omo manu cho no ayi bia na ye friend dudo
ene manum bi
unim dudo anaokrasa o ye dadaba
yeah
dudo ye itwitwa hahama bebre na ye de frafra na ya no na ya shete se
ye num name tree ni ade o me num name tree ni de ankama ni ginger ye de be din na by as for cleansing system I know the minumbi men and no pepper
no man jaso
omanwa ya okutu ya
pot yeah
they are not ya son so
am different
exactly I say cook no tie the way we cried we go prekese ni ade ye ne no
what Eric other main kind messages mancha nana adwo agree
Mrs.
Kevin Agri
ne Mrs.
Yeah.
You check for giving us your husband. And once you're in the baba ko birthday meet online.
Oh sir.
Yeah, happy.
And I say kana Kevin catcher near wishing or issues. I selfish.
Exactly.
As all reserve the ball no
kwan cancer but since you keep your my dear. Okay. The boy back birthday. And thanks for listening and watching us too. We appreciate it.
It's a couple of messages now into us now memfa David EC David Agbanyaga say Real will win today 2-1 over Liverpool. Henrietta say today dear I'm so busy at work oh nyahwe. Solomon Kwesi breakfast say Opo good morning, how are you? I'm good by the grace of God. Good morning Sunshine, trust you guys are doing great by his grace. We patiently waiting for your wonderful goodies. All the best from my professionals. Goodies Ben Royal baby.
Ache and can offer through no am Dunkin Donuts we nam da pamenum.
Was there?
Royal baby.
Why
Oba si do ache me hu na ache ma fe no. On try no hu me. You can cell phone so there but me hu ni face to face. Him say face to face is better than thousand. I say
we have to be bringing some milk to Opo, specially homemade from Obapa and Hofe Papa Akosua Bakope. She's referring to my wife.
Okay. Bring some milk.
Okay. Manucho can say surprises. Now o surprise or baby ko no bi butu so. And a royal say Manucho. Nana Jo agree say good morning family, good morning. Eric Kwacho Ohene say Opo, you promised to train some lady to bring us sports. We are waiting on. Yeah, the lady will come. Leanne.
Yeah, a little busy.
Obeba, why a little busy?
Obeba, she agreed. She agreed.
Kamika said, "Bema for na me training na mana best sports." Come me said that.
Eric said, "We have weakness for beautiful ladies. We have a weakness for very beautiful ladies."
After all that happened to you, with your surprise visit,
what doesn't kill you make you stronger? You see, I'm a quan my bomb, I machine guard. Just a pemia, and I just said,
I like that.
Yeah, I didn't come there. I come last round. Me yeah, send to me Jaisa. I come last round. 1 hour can was him. Send me last round. Yes. Me last round. The time me fi say my brain. That's when I met today. Into me last round and come.
Okay. Manucho, yeah, starting off from
yes.
Ejuma yeah.
Yes.
Obi Bruni Beka said charity begins at home. Yeah, Century 4. Yeah, Juma say you be the watchdog.
Yeah.
For the society.
Yeah, exactly.
Until I take serious offense when I see journalists are winning better and they don't do better. No matter how junior,
yes.
Journalists no who MPP ni.
Yes.
Journalists no who NDC ni.
Yes. And pretend to be neutral.
And pretend to
you can belong. No acquire majority caucus.
Na omo defend
then defensibles.
And the entire man make us asking we. Yeah, na man for say be I criticize politicians, our leaders, and other people. But so follow your program now. Yeah, central for them. Me show be me and the solo one time be. That be now me kasa ya o kasa that my fashion.
Friday, one of the
Fridays. Yeah. Unza me blasti media practitioners pa.
Yes.
Emma Kamara and a couple of people craft frame says our program now me no. Yeah, organize bibi na like Ghana needs help.
Yes.
Now the entire mama kofasasi we are Ghana News of Wednesday 14 April 2021 Ghana Web. Your bitterness against Akufo-Addo won't take you anywhere. Now a fight between Adom-Otchere of Metro TV and then investigative journalist Manasseh Awuni. Now ninyina akoko ba bra Manasseh tweety say Akufo-Addo kudos to John Ejekum Kufuor, Atta Mills, John Mahama, and all who have promoted free speech and made us attractive to the likes of Twitter. Ningina na ye Twitter ba omo ye say omo be si omo African headquarters and omo be operating from Ghana to serve the continent of Africa. Enra ye can say good news about ye bo aban abaso Ghana for nyina abaso and for everybody who contributed. Now Twitter Manasseh has already buy no. And Adom-Otchere take a serious offense say Manasseh Azuri eyi Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Ephraim na eno na ma Paul Adom-Otchere nso kɔtwerɛ krata tintintin
yes na show no so
yeah ɛna ɔka sɛ Manasseh Zuri ɛyɛ bitter about Akufo-Addo or anger towards Akufo-Addo ɔmpa Akufo-Addo asɛm ɔtan Akufo-Addo in short na ɔka on kasa no mu nyinaa sɛ Manasseh Zuri korea na ɔbɔ Mahama baso wɔ ne tweet mu sɛ J Kufu ayade Mahama ayade Atamils ayade na ɛyɛ ɔmo brɛ so ɛna free speech aye adwumenti na Twitter aba Ghana no ɔse the same Mahama ebrɛ so ɔkyerɛ so many articles na ɔkyerɛ sɛ Mahama emwa kabima min kabi anase on promote free speech especially Mahama appointee a friend say Stan Dogbe okay so J journalist recorder at the show papa no and the media people that died Vuta region Sembebri and Manasseh wrote a couple of articles. These are the rebuttal from Paul Adom-Otchere nti senka wo bo abaswa the questions ni nsem no new ade na ode ma ode wayi na na ado kura ye den every mu a ade na nipa a ote so no wo say on promote free speech specifically ni staffer I friend Stan Dogbe afi de wo san ebo na baso nti oye hypocrite and osan to aso kan say nipa ye friend J Kufu a oye Ghana mampani dada no say wo bo na baso so promote free speech there criminal libel law na ye free ho e man sanchwere for kura tumi nya kokoduru kasa te said ya wo Manasseh ne me kasa no na nado e na oda no sa attorney general sa abre na oko parliament ko fight me ye free ho ana say kofo eye ena ye kro de fa na nado so ena ye it goes on and on and on and on na idru ba bi kra wo kan na ye personal na Manasseh Zuri nso aba back and so abe hit it back about maybe or can say Akufo-Addo na oko parliament and just say we president now under your directive the minister is acting on under your directive now president and peninsula better na what pushing bill now because the bill come from the president sends the bills now my na baba no assign to law it is a president na nya didn't know so this about so bo ekoma Akufo-Addo because Kufu na ye ade no na Akufo-Addo na minister in charge nti on na so odiko parliament na ye sign parliament ye bill no na president sign into law
okay na ono sign
nti ono so a push you back and Manasseh's 100,000 bribe figment of his own imagination Sauti no so
yes
I say Manasseh Zuri I indicate he said Paul has accused him of requesting 100,000 bribe from Josh Pond. It's a figment of his own imagination. Paul Adom-Otchere says Manasseh Zuri Awuni statement indicating that he Paul Otchere accused him of requesting 100,000 bribe from Josh Pond is a figment of his own imagination. In central for no. Okanya oko back now shama Manucho I say omoanya banta and first time ni
for a long time
for a long time Manasseh ebe kan say Paul Adom-Otchere your story be now say Paul Adom-Otchere antro enti uka I say Paul Adom-Otchere lied again and a whole lot and Manasseh Paul Adom-Otchere so by say I will expose Manasseh today. That is where he talked about saying Kokoji 100,000 if he just for
to kill
and a story
Zoom Lion story
a story into a whole lot of stories in Central for na say yeah the watchdog for society na yen yehwehwe e kanokre kasama omo niano omo asabi omo enim nyansa wonim de bado omo nya opportunity ntena microphone ya yete akire nipa bebre okrom ha omo ye better chen omo ni de chen omo nya opportunity but we are supposed to fight for the ordinary citizens I feel in Central for na dani omo ho and we tuma we now we are trauma we in defense of political figures so show we mu a Paul Adom-Otchere bibia anya na bufu se Manasseh Zuri bojo Mahama abaso e na bibia nso nye Manasseh Zuri nso e feel say Akufo-Addo soon deserve credit. Into one who say Paul is fighting because he feels that Manasseh Azure should have credited Akufo-Addo.
Yes.
Which I think so too.
Yes.
And then Manasseh Azure also feels under Akufo-Addo there is vindictiveness yes. Because of Galamsey video yes. And the castle militia castle there Ujane Kotana South Africa because his life was in danger.
Yes.
But Paul also say your life people's lives were in danger as well under Mahama when Standogbe you wrote articles upon articles. But my concern this morning is should we get to that point where journalists take personal issues I say obi say Emma almost lose the focal point of Omajuma. Ama say don't get so any NDC force we try be Paul Adom-Otchere. Meaning so what follow I say don't get so bantana was say concert party and our lotto numbers Ejuma no ye wo Metro FM enya political
or we be choosing the leader for 2024
enya political analysis ama Paul Adom-Otchere so very back to we are doing intellectual political say a take political trend into basa now ye journalist na fe usho no o kan okrekra me point no say why can't journalists correct journalists? Why can't journalists be friends? We can make mistakes in our course of duty, professional exercising our professional duties. But I say, man, you're politicizing my way. Who say, now you're quite meaning your take. Start from the whole post from Manasseh, the rebuttal from Paul Adom-Otchere, or Paul's response about accusing Manasseh, so you're bitter or you're angry on Akufo-Addo and all that, and then put in your own professional opinion.
Yes, you say we got to say more often we say down assembly by so that it will give you a better understanding. But dealing with the issues as it's happening now, I think the tweet from Manasseh in the first place was a mischievous one. Misplaced. I mean, with as much as I follow him and I like the way he says issues, this was a victory we could all have celebrated as Ghanaians, rather than you deciding to be mischievously put up and conspicuously.
Obom Pennyphobi or say kudos to John Ejikun for Atamels and John Mahama.
Yes.
Obo President 3. And Akufo-Addo film.
Fourth Republic the first and the last.
Rollins there's only himself Rollins there no
but it's interesting now because Oshambo Ebisa say was he really working under Ejikun Kufuor from 2000 to he as Manasseh was he a practicing journalist because
you don't have to be on your practicing journalist. Maybe he might have seen it.
No, but a personal say some of these things are a personal encounter Manasseh and or the church on the stories. But
a lot of issues. There and then NDC there are articles no and you no neto. Standogbe there.
I agree. But I make sure say Paul Adom-Otchere had to throw in that he believes he was young and he maybe went to me and the whole trajectory. But the point here is that I think Manasseh could have saved us a lot of way by Yenya such a prestigious honor there. Even the certain president also needs a lot of accolades because I went back to Twitter to see that why did they choose Ghana and they said our online freedom, any freedom of speech in idea. It's really enticing.
And how much you Ghana as African trade then
exactly. Nigeria remains a strategic partner always because I'm willing to say Nigeria for be food to kind stories now they say Nigeria remains a strategic partner but the headquarters will be in Ghana. And now Manasseh actually side way but I think Paul Adom-Otchere you say people have issues with him because it looks like he's doing the burden of the government. So that issue way there truthfully I agree with him that Manasseh did a mischievous one which was an unnecessary one. Either say
when I even looked at make sure Manasseh Facebook post I said sir you have to give credit on say we are there yes so time okodua no in America you have to give credit where credit is what due Sir John Ejikun Kufuor play role Atamils play role John Mahama play role now the Nanado account just like you said to save us discussing
all these wranglings
because send Nanado aye den say why den say why vindictive so why den no ne breso Enaba. He met with Twitter. He was involved. Is under his nose. Is under his watch. Is under his government. Just like Manasseh, in your own response to Paul Adom-Otchere, Oka says Akufo-Addo nede or repeatedly criminal libel law cry Kufuor
Yeah.
And then your president.
But Manasseh any point, because at the end of the day, we are talking about the character Akufo-Addo, and now he's a president. So if he was Attorney General and he worked on the document, as much as Akufo did it, he deserves. That's Adom-Otchere wants to give him some credit. He deserves it.
No,
because he's the president now. Akufo signing.
No, I'm funny say.
No,
I'm funny say.
Yeah.
Akufo-Addo deserve credit for the repealing of the
deserves a mention. I mean,
no, me say I'm funny say.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
Yes.
Assuming he doesn't. Akufo na ye. Because Akufo na president.
Yeah.
Assuming say Nana Addo Kren deserve. Come back. Fast forward. Nana Addo Breso. And na Twitter for choose Ghana to build the African headquarters or to operate as the African headquarters.
Yeah.
It is a one who say Akufo Breso no Nana Addo Kren repeal criminal libel or na Akufo na president. Enti abaso bobi a wo Akufo na ade mana. Sanka wenso Abana Nado Bresu. What's my point?
Yeah, you give it to him because he's the one sitting on.
Said the Okano. Nanado was the Attorney General. He did everything, and then on the call Parliament. On the call defend on the call say, and the buy and Akufo signs it into law. Into Akufo Bresu. Oh, you're presenting a gas. Oh, you leader.
Yeah,
Papa buy the mount. Bane Banso own aswa. Into Yampan say Akufo-Addo no Akufo subordinate. Cause no any minister.
Yes.
Into the Abasuboni in a Makofo. CCA, who is the president? Nana Addo. Twitter for Chusu Ghana. I don't know so much about Zubi.
He's under his way. But you see, that's one side I want to look at. The other side is that he, Manasseh, has had personal encounters. At least he's lived through 2 or 3 presidents.
Of course.
No, Nim Sene was suffer under this one. So he decides where to choose to what to write on Twitter. And because he mentioned names and said, and all those who have, you can't. Adom-Otchere say it's marks of bitterness because you don't have to mischievously decide to remove a name and the person is on. We feel super and send this up, but the background so now we you nation but on also problems or your militia story. If your police in the car front 24/7 for maybe some months when he knows that he's the same person or your first saga or confirm or say when you backlash. So himself free speech as a person there. He is not safe.
Yeah.
He had to run away because of threats in there. So he also be a hypocrite to put somebody there. He knows very well that personally I've had encounters with the person. And last time I catch you, there can be someone if you had the whole world worker so a good part, but I remember because I've had a personal encounter with him, which I think I was not treated well, and I'm entitled to that one too.
You remember?
Exactly, but at the end of I am saying it. That it's good at saying that.
No, I understand, but I'm saying also come from
the other side is also good, but that's why I am saying it. It makes me akasa. Say be Manasseh Suba na ama bia he's being hounded. Obi Suba kasa. Militia when you don't have the facts you'll be hounded, but the point is we testify to what he's seeing and he's the one who is feeling it and he knows it better. That under 3 presidents he's done some stories and under Akufo-Addo it looks like he's turned a blind eye on him and he's not really been protected. At the end of the day he had to lose his position at Joy FM. You know what went on when the Nabis and Co said that they will not even come to the station. They were forced to. He was virtually forced to resign from Joy FM. Joy FM had no option. So that is the level.
So the repealing of the the freedom of media, it comes under question here.
Exactly, as far as he is concerned, because we maybe libel on the way if you want so he said civil case. But first is considered criminal. But it doesn't exonerate that you don't have to be responsible in your reportage.
Civil suit today.
You have to still be very, very responsible. But first because it was so huge. So I think that he could have saved himself all this, but you don't take it out from him as being the oracle of all truth as Adom-Otchere. So there you sit on your platform and start denigrating him because you think Wambo Bidin. I mean, he should also know better. I thought he was a practicing lawyer, but the more I'm reading now, I'm saying on your lawyer, which also brings to question. But anybody and important. But if it's not true, we need to be told that he's not a practicing lawyer. We should address people properly. You see, so the point I'm trying to raise here is that as much as I personally sit in my armchair here and believe that Manasseh, you did not do well, you could have really saved us by adding the certain president to your whole tweet
because he deserves some applause.
And also your Facebook post
because
he deserves it. But he as a person has also had experiences that he feels that his life is in danger from the same presidency. He will not be hypocritical to put his name in there, and he's only an island, and he said he's responsible for what he writes. Wo Paul Adom-Otchere, I say, maybe I'm Penanado. What's Penanado? You have the right to say you like him without attacking me. Say, Manucho Penanado, or you're better, or you're hypocrite. And Paul Adom-Otchere is also, with all due respect, shut up. It's getting too much. That's over defense of people thinking that they want a high horse. So until you are looking down everybody or Cassie. I remember the Just Sponsor story too.
Yeah. How
well you wanted to prove that you want to denigrate or bring down the one bringing the message. You want it to look like Manasseh. No, it's not credible. It's not this. He who feels it knows it. At least people knows his trajectory. The same person. He was the one who brought up some stories which were huge.
That favored MPP.
Favored them hugely.
The fourth saga.
Me say, now wait there. I heard Kwekubako trying to defend Mahama very well that and yeah bribe. He knew the cars say he had even problems with Manasseh.
Yeah.
But people also felt that me change there. The more I listened, the more it didn't make sense to me that the former president did not use a good judgment.
Yeah.
Obia woman Juma Okoto Ghana embassy the Adom-Otchere there. Or kind of the man or the government there on it didn't make sense to me. And Manasseh brought it out. It was kept under the dark. It is if such a same person, that's another story. Who am I to sit back and write a whole believe that this guy is not truthful, this guy is this. Me personally, there, if I put them on a scale and weigh them, at least I've seen stories that they've made, and I think Manasseh has some good credibility left in him. But he also needs to be guided. I mean, if you're better, I will say I'm not the one to tell you are better. But if you are better, you need to go about it well. That so you want to, in your mind and heart, you think Akufo-Addo, Twitter officer of Ghana. I mean, who thinks like that? I continue.
Let me miss out this question, sir. With this banter going on between Paul Adom-Otchere and Manasseh, who suffers? Ghana, right?
Oh, but I mean, for the sake of democracy, if they don't insult each other when they attack the issues, I'm okay with it.
No, but it's getting very heated and emotional.
Exactly, because they want to discredit each other. But at the end of the day, it's your word. They are both prolific writers.
And that's why I'm asking you this question, sir. Who suffers? Because now they are all doing their respective journalistic works, which more or less helps
the media. The media, if you are not careful,
because
you suffer.
If somebody tags you, because now it's becoming evidently clear where you defend the way, their positions are being shown here.
More or less. That Manasseh can be convinced is defending NDC or John Mahama.
No. So I say, Paul Adom-Otchere, and which I've gone through the articles.
Yes.
Manasseh wrote articles about Standogbe and media vindictiveness, so the way they were treating the media.
That's why it's good. I'm just say, and here we are. The hypocrisy. He should bring the hypocrisy out.
You criticize John Mahama for everything about his freedom of press credentials. You were tearing Standogbe apart. You were cutting off his neck. We have your articles about Standogbe. You come today, and because of hatred and pain against Akufo-Addo, you come and write that J. Akufo. Do you remember J. Akufo's tenure? You have done any work on J. Akufo's tenure? I know, Bisa.
That's why I need a question. I read the story, and did you work under him to really have a feel? Yeah, but nobody in here can still read it.
Not comprehend why journalists should name John Dramani Mahama as part of former president who championed free speech, because to him, every article Manasseh wrote and published during the tenure of John Mahama was against Mahama and all his appointees.
And what has that got to do with free speech? Maybe the Standogbe one.
Yes, that's Standogbe one. Yeah.
It is Standogbe. And sometimes you ask yourself that how was he treated? You see, anytime I can say, sometimes I tell myself I can't be a judge, I can't be a bully lawyer, I can be a lawyer. What's the the craft of Bremen? Now I then when I way because they all make sense to me. That woman
you are putting a do level here, or say because of the hatred. Are we not on the other say a journalist
painting
telling the other journalist say you hate the president?
You are better.
Are you not inciting something onto him?
Yes.
Ghana, how volatile our political system is here. Now,
I agree.
A journalist telling his colleague journalist.
It's not a good one.
No, until I say we agree, sir. Manasseh might have made a mistake because
he knew what he was doing, but it was unnecessary.
And Pennyforce town Kodua no in America. Nanado Ebreso na Twitter Ghana.
Yes.
They met with the president and his their delegation. And now Nanado could have honored Ghana Shanisa.
Yeah, of course.
If he decided to say no, I don't want to members of Twitter,
Gizmo Guantanamo for two, saw the Ghana.
Exactly.
I mean, yes,
Nanado can say Twitter for I don't need you in Ghana. Nga Twitter for cannot come.
Yes.
And anybody that wants to operate in Ghana should go through MRA, should go through procedure process to come and operate in Ghana. So no matter what, if you think say Nanado area onya de ona bamuni say or intimidating century for kra, this thing has come under his tenure and he needs to be commended.
So can say all of this. One can say
no, you can't do that. All others, I promote
president.
The president's name should be spelled out. If you have, so what you mean spell it?
That's why I become a lawyer.
So what you mean spell it? Other presidents, Dean dear. So what more president be a dean? And now can say kudos to all who have fought hard to make free speech in Tina Twitter Ghana there. Then I'll agree with you. But where you have gone back to J. Akufo, where you have mentioned Atamels, may his soul rest in peace, and where you have mentioned John Mahama, and then you are trying to tell me say.
And I have encounters with Nanado that I'm not happy about. I should put his name there. Personally, make sure.
Of course.
No, I don't know. I say he could have saved himself, but the reality is that he's worked under some of them, and Nanado has given him a lot of pain.
On Sauka, so no, Sauka Chere me say, Ntina me refer say, Sauka Chere say he's had a personal encounter.
Yes.
Now, or yes, selfish. You are talking, you are fighting for media plurality.
Exactly.
And Century for now, Nanado vindictive towards them.
Yeah.
And if you are fighting for journalists, it should be general. That's my point, sir.
Yes. Then I agree with you.
Sandogbe picked up a journalist recorder and broke it. On my head, more treatings and
camera. We are not on a recorder. Which will
more treatings and we all knew. We Saturn or Rock FM. We talked about Saturn Nana in Trimuni Ade reported. We followed the story. It is also of victimizing Century for now. We are one of them. It should not be only your experience. I
agree with you, but the point here is that he wrote his post. He decided to take his name out. Adom-Otchere can attack his post without saying he hated. You see, I guess I agree with you. Yes, but that's the point. But as to he deciding not to put the Nanado's name there, I don't think you can hold him to it. You can say that.
Why can't we hold him to
it? You can tell him that you think it was wrong, but he still holds that view. He still holds that view because he wrote about what he has experienced as a person. In there. Or your post or Troy, as you say, you watch article, been watching, we say, oh,
no, that's a post. That's why
experience. No, me say, because I made me Jane say 1 trillion a year. You didn't write it well. You could have saved way.
That is why we are here analyzing.
Yes, to attack the. Yeah, I agree with you. Internal, yeah, make a chance say, because initially, yeah, me Jane say 1 trillion a year because what didn't be there. Obi super Rollins asema, he argue. On what basis? You didn't work under Akufo, so why didn't you put Rollins through there? The one who brought democracy.
Akufo said a criminal libel law no.
No, but the point is that Obi did democracy background and then when Akwa do say. So you also have to mention the person's name.
No, by
92 me as a Rollins person, I think you should have written Akufo there about Rollins and so. Because some women now working towards
under Rollins, no,
because of criminal libel, but he brought democracy.
Where Odate will and money are digging away victimized.
And so he wouldn't have written any name there. That's
what I'm saying, sir.
I'm saying this because in the personal experiences can be brought in there. I could have decided, say, I'm doing only democracy by employee do say so I can say show it.
Okay, you might have a point there.
You should have brought from Rollins to now from 92. Obia playing a part. You might not like certain things they did. Certain things they did, you might not have liked it, but it doesn't mean that
they didn't do anything.
They don't because of criminal libel and Rollins doesn't deserve mention in Ghana. Would that be the point? Maybe that time it was necessary because the Bible mumpo it will be say eye for an eye. But you buy software no because said that time it was necessary because the complaints were too many. Yesterday democracy, maybe we needed a criminal libel law. But you enim kakra no, you advance your democracy no. Not yenya more lawyers, yenya say ni ye if you want. I'm saying this because he decided to choose 3 names. I will Michelle and Makachen say didn't do well. I smell mischief in your what you wrote. But that is left to him. But to go to use that to also create the impression that he is better, he's against when oh yes, I know where I have problem Adom-Otchere. You can say that he's a hypocrite. No true idea. You see marks of hypocrisy and he needs to
you could have said but Manasseh, have you forgotten hero for you to
exactly, which is very good. That is why you attack the message. They seem to be a thorn in the flesh of the guy. Example, a problem. You stand on its own. What can you by eliminating the system? You hate the president. You are this. I think it's an unnecessary one, but it's a compounding. Just they are not helping the media space, and eventually Ghanaians suffer. Eventually, we the media we are not.
This was psychotherapy. Very, very unfortunate. Things are being done by our leadership, but if journalists would turn the ordinary Ghanaian suffers, and for that,
the mediator is somebody who's in, and on say
for good judge.
Can say, "Well, how could you nipa kronisika?" And today they are doing.
Movies will be a jobizika. Manasseh has said there could be genuine problems emanating from cause of duty. Be or be interest, and will be interest.
True, not journalists. Bako edi bakwechi, we do bakwechi. Eventually, no, the a year about and say, "Ebia we be akwa this kind of we to become yasem." It is there. Don't share baby a guy bako be on the way in him or no way for your friends one guy be one of the Mugabe.
Mugabe in Colombiana, Ghana versus Nigeria. You show me 4-1.
Okay, it was part of the team. That time no radio gold.
No need massacre. No
I know near crack.
No Gosuo and him baby.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that time. Masa ye radio I choose. That time that time Mugabe munya no mo fifi omo ba just I to say ubakrum. Omo fi krasi bakrum. Yeah.
Discussions now you know. Obi na share the kutupa and the asema so kan no. On fa asem no and to baby yes or the two. Because yes sir now I be questions say Ghana journalists no. They are in competition no. They are in competition.
No, but saying competition, quality programming and content. Did you young content for competition?
Radio need there. Competition say, me am person me say me oboro
campaign.
But
story where competition comes in, you think so?
Issue na ba na discuss it. Enti no ma bet me free ma ba no.
No, but go for more kwacho. And your first time,
political undertone.
And no, every fumu no,
political undertone.
And no, yes, a free in Konkoma Moody. I analysis, no, and if you move on. And you no competition, and no, an idea. And see, and you do back and no baby, because yes, sir, and because I same way, no, and can you send me as two renowned journalists, and come time to time. As I say, Obibaka say. For Adom-Otchere pro MPP meboa Obisubaka say
more or less Manasseh pro
NDC.
That is the common sense everybody will make out.
Since when? But me, I'm interested in that part. Since when did Manasseh become pro NDC?
And since when did Adom-Otchere become pro NPP?
No, because every story is made, but because
no, Manasseh, somebody will also ask.
No, but if they do so, I mean, Adom-Otchere, I can tell is pro MPP. I can. Stories are why you show. But Manasseh has done the first saga.
Stories Benoit. Adom-Otchere attacks MPP. He criticizes them.
Which one?
He criticizes MPP.
I want to know.
I've been watching Adom-Otchere a lot.
Criticize when? That's why that's why
who cast Adom-Otchere pro MPP.
Pro MPP. It's pro MPP, but Manasseh on police stand because that's why
it's Manasseh on the
first saga.
Manasseh articles. He said, "I'm not a neutral journalist."
So he's what? He's pro MPDC. Is that what he said?
Okay, why would we see the Kalusha can say Kalusha Asma can say from the look of things, everybody will say oh, because you added Mahama, you criticize Mahama treatment of media, you added him, you are pro.
That's why I asked you that since when. So who feels you?
Now since Paul Adom-Otchere can my article be here. You haven't said anything. I've been listening to Paul Adom-Otchere for a long time.
That is a neutral person.
What does this program?
That's what makes sure.
Yeah.
Wait.
And then at Paul Adom-Otchere,
Manasseh did the fourth saga. And I said, "Oh, you're pro NDC crack.
No, you are missing a point here, man. Obiane ne line of job. Paul Adom-Otchere, investigative journalist.
What does he do?
Anasi investigative journalist. So whether Mahama is in government or not, he has to do his investigations, and he does.
So it's not pro NDC, right?
Paul Adom-Otchere, it's a media on only type of mediation. No, here come. It's just like the AAR. He brings people, he interviews, he follows current affairs where he has to question and criticize. I thereby a friend saying,
I'm interested in stories. Yes.
Auditor General report by Paul Adom-Otchere and find your story.
Well, I've been seeing it.
You haven't seen it doesn't mean he didn't do it. I watched it.
That what? What did he say? I mean, we have the discussion.
Okay. One story.
I gave you what
I'm giving you a story. I criticize it.
Analysis. And
everybody listening can say, wait for way. That is what that was his point.
I don't know what I'm saying. Anytime I make a radio station, I'm out for being opportunity to sit on the console. Oh, yeah, I'm not for see no. So, me, we have an agenda. Ebi akoko jiska bintina obi apese obi ane wadwene yeden ekọ bankrom na asem na o ye ka no obi an
for so we dey nya adwembe we dey o tweet ade and na misunderstanding
adna aba no eye media landscape na aba
that's what dey
eno ma ye no the ade aye media na ye enye no na ese ye nya ye ka menu dey na aba o unim dey go that
station dey aba na ye ka yen kan
na no so can be
tells the not to overstep his bounds. Yeah, the guy your church he thinks it's not good. I remember. What
are you talking about? What am I Manucho? Not to Manu Kasanywe. Manu Kasanywe. I have other articles here too.
Yeah, bring it.
Kasa.
Most of the presenters, you know,
no, not to overstep his bounds. I don't know here. No, not to.
Supposed to be doing what he's doing.
Ah, now you see, not don't overstep your bounds. I just will be here in it. Who don't melovo crow? What me can wa say? Or call for the big fishes. My menu crow any problem. We see he went for the big fishes. Now who you were Juma Papa? I didn't know so call for the big fishes.
No, na Ghana call fishes. Ghana the fishes are home I don't know what you know.
Sure, we the okano.
It's what I'm saying is one of the presenters, you know.
Oh no, na war floor. Kalusha na kasa na obeji kasa. You talked for her over 25 minutes. Kalusha na kasa. So let Kalusha also finish his point.
Setting a man setting.
No, go.
And what I'm saying is, most of the presenters in Crown more consolation. Mudiabo because we are quite genius. Kebi. What I say? Nipa all fan for some resource person. What I say? Jani Pakono na asima or the buyer no onka. But don't just say the partner align with whatever you a story now reading now. We make a decision as Kawa Kojia. Oh, yeah, you know, make a decision. I will say, hey, maybe I can be a mountain. Resource person and say 5 or 6 or Mugu Sidono. Over so, or you be a no, what quite a bankroom. Obi teach no tia. Or because say, I could give you baby Anna. It is happening in Ghana. What am I channel? I say, you say, radio a TV station you are. It would say, Fox there, or my many say me Republicans. And then now, Donald Trump by I'm off who say CNN for article in favor of democracy. We are crying, so maybe more we can't tell.
Yeah.
And by Ghana, no, I say most of the presenters no munya kwan kokota konso no stomach journalism no oppose no more way. So man fan no a year 2 year say na beko because me no adwene no doso. What corners of a resource person yeah, or research and our information and how they call say kwakoko adwuma na nya the presenters na eti wono ono on the questions no bisa obi ti say say obi of Asempa ono no oti the console na chi a ohun so MPP ni NDC ni ade a vital on na yimu an representation in the follow up questions what I say and two MPP ni na say oba na say obisa questioner the follow up question is intellectually intact. And all my follow-up questions are, no about what you say, judgment, how make judgment. And who be say, Obi, only political party, but the human as a journalist, no,
yeah,
a man show. I didn't say, you come say,
Obi cry, I'm for blaster and runner, Manucho Nipa, air blaster, Kevin Taylor.
I saw when I make a Opo, tell me you come say near sports. Any club support.
I said this,
but radio
for the console.
Now analysis. Now on say Kotokonia has near and no supporters no. Omo found bibia biom. And no be say to Ghana phone. It is men because analysis in Ghana there eventually be come back and be so be akwajiska. And there a simple analogy. Ona me che no e buy na san buy we akọji sky fluent no ka bi we akọji e bia no nkọkọji but onu fi say the way ye ne ye and we say Ghana no obi ye papa no obi kokan na your political party no so a eh e say o watch the full moon we ye na say we start ya and kwa ka opposition kwa e tumi fa the obo de chi kwa bia ye twa ne ka opposition ye twa ne ka say ombo aban na chi na omunya animunya because amambo no omni kontopo de twa enti omenya nkofo a ombetwa nkontomo ama omo no ye secretary ye the force na ye jam fifi ye say ye patent kwa no ya kwa kodi afa bebia sika wo no na de bia e pese yekọ bibia e top hierarchy no na de bia na nchirima na omofom no we are doing them some disservices and who says something no and Akufo Manasseh ni for Adom-Otchere.
So what should we do? Because the problem is you can have disagreements. The way you think is different from the way I think. But should that affect a jumana ya pesi de boa Ghana?
Me ba na metiemu. Me ba na obi mu na metiemu huja na no makoyi pa. Na mo kan say me say yeah obi be yeah yetse mic na chi no. Oh, yanim yan century obi. Omo tie
I say this all the time.
He said it all the time. And he say we presenter and now a reporter. Now you ma kwanya say kokoye bibia. Menya say unkwa na say bi onim yansa chen. Ghana phone ni abebrebe. Tama na ye friend say your sports ya American. Obi o wa dey be share analysis one day na akwa obi o abontin. Abetra ho. No betra analysis hey your san ko phone na dey be akwa pese o benya kranka oba betra yi obi ni ya boafo. Na Dr. Kofi Asafo Jazzy.
Yeah.
Now this guys no me wa ko your lawyer ba ko so your doctor o na on ba betra consulate na mo ye analysis a would you say on ye kong analysis and say on now consul na ba betra ni ma if I won see what say e bia o ka chikrum na mani age ho so you are fighting for your small village and the questions are obisa no so e be boa ochikrum for if yes sir you are doing ochikrum good service. But if you know you are as much as high no, you are still doing the service. And to me what I will just put across and say, you benya kwanya be try my cleanima. Asem there's a to no near the atro. So now officer what to call so now officer Akufo-Addo now open and na issue now banner say you can allow us to have independent view, allow us to flow, allow us to integrate and disintegrate the whole story. When I'm mentioning, those who are listening to us will make final judgment. But Ghana no be eti console China omutuana rebatana esesembebre oh esana de biano omo misinform them in so many ways because some your presentation is a agenda against somebody. So for all this into cut you remember John na neutral.
Okay.
We be question, be intellectual questions. If anything, do your follow-up questions and people over there.
Central for on my state in ye. Momo be kwama na ye no. Momo show anger towards each other, personal hatred towards each other, to the point some more attack each other's personality. Check your mental, go for mental checkup. We just go psychotherapist. We see now it has gotten too far.
Na mekano. Na moreover no is you conform a politician say be nenam. What I say? Na Ghana obi your papa baako. Obi your papa baako. Say fan say bronya bi edu o. Na baako bi ko obi fie no so e bi opo 10 Ghana bi. And one what is that 10 Ghana ma no. Wa to awie. What I say? Ba o person ye adwuma pepe ya. Say we a referee. Na say okokoji bribe na say chiwa. And I say anchi okwa na the okokoji bible no on bu biem. Nti e be kan say Ghana radio no mo ayedin but on mamba no friends saying 27 million 30 million no. Omo de omo rem na ahyem say amandro for no adwuma na omo di no. Ye media no central for no and the eye of the nation. What I say?
Yeah.
Ba ye okokoji kakra bia na yere yemia no na de ye no yeah selfish interest. Ghana media landscape no opo is about everybody each one for himself and God for us all. Media landscape no you are so selfish in the says enye bibi kakra share hu say kim. What I say?
Yep.
Ti MPP be buy first omo buy you presented you ho you say what start a trumpet your friend saying Mama mo agenda e bedru a omunya party a no akọ say omuma no bibi media debendeme media press corps you know omuma na yi
staff and communications director flag server
yes
Jubilee House
for you know and they no so ba say allowance bi meboa enti ono be force ya me ye make no ka say MPP for o manya bi o ma ono nya yi na adio na opo we nya selfish interest bo adwuma no anya den e ma enti nya ho fa so na Ghana de omo ya no mo san lobby ni obo media no any kwere we are killing the nation more than the politicians because the adwuma na ye adwuma no esun what I say Mike no esun am phone eti omo because ensem no omo koka obi wo ha onya kwanja mfa say ochikrom omo akọ efuma ba what I say omo be bie radio
maza say chikrom honya krasi bi
mo mate
and also ya be
mate ebia
I wish sanke wafu a betimi akote se first no by say
enti bia omo akọ bibia no omo betra no omo tie say ye essential for nsema ekoko ye tie no ye ba be bie mo enoma the state of the nation but because of your self interest in it opo ye koji kakra na ensema ese ka no na emiamia no enti presenters no omote console no omo zo ya munja fence analysis no no make omo informed decision and judgment na say ono wa na adwene bia na agenda bi onkoji bibi wachi na opese propagate agenda bi dia ene oma ayinifo ayasa anya genuine analysis ne antuma anya yina de bia no ebe here and there opo de bia san de bekon
Unity Radio 103.9 Anopa Bosuo sini abusuan very unfortunate say two of our leading journalists back home Paul Adom-Otchere and Manasseh Azure Banta omo kontokwa to the point of omo attack omo personally. It's very sad and we hope say Ghana Media and NMC National Media Commission and Ghana Journalist Association. These are some of the issues they have to look at and solve because you see asono sasanekano asono mienu kwa assassin ebre Ghana suffers if these two renowned journalists eti ho na omo tutuma omo ho I think say it's not good for Ghana. Now you share quickly to the next story anzana babe yan linki we me no social media reacts to the return of Asafo Mafo say yenyina wa ha ne hu se Osafo Mafo nanado chiche ministers no yesi senior minister ya scrap nya ade a befa na o kan report na omsi nanado amma Osafo Mafo anto na adwuma so because wantumi amboa said the nanado expect senko beboa but then Osafo Mafo comes again we are returning to government as a senior presidential advisor na ama Ghana fo bebre say into Ghana mabuni last 2 weeks or so now MPP for youth neutral letter mo ye hashtag drop the old Emma Pius enam Hajidemu nyina former deputy minister for sports omo nyina be kan bi say MPP nkokorafo ni nkofie na mabunu ni bi nso ntumi take up the mantra na it didn't take long but he's back and for many people the glaring surprise on the knowledge that former senior minister Osafo Mafo, after announcing his exit from government only a few months ago, has already received comforting news of a new appointment can only be mysterious. On social media, many have been sharing their reactions to the news that rocked the news wires yesterday. In January this year, the senior minister at the time served notice of his decision to resign from the position and government entirely. Asase.com reported that the experienced politician had informed Nana Addo Akufo-Addo of his decision to step down from his role. A piece of news that followed calls for him to be excluded from the president's second term. Under his tutelage, the public sector reform strategy, which is also to be implemented 2018 to 2023, was prepared. His office was also instrumental in the implementation of the government's Ghana Beyond Aid agenda. He was, however, involved in a series of controversies, most notably the 1 million Kroll and Associates deal. This deal, which was brought to light by the Auditor General, Daniel Yao Domelevo, is believed to be one of the reasons Domelevo was forced to go on leave. Users on Twitter have since his new appointment have been commenting on the news, and here are some. The bread knife them take cut the national cake day Osafo Mafo in kitchen. no you sika na omdi twitwa ikeki di no osafumafo kitchen eje eje osafumafo is 80 years. Wow, let's just let this man rest. A 80-year-old man declares himself senior presidential advisor to Akufo-Addo. ECG staff wants visionless MD sacked immediately. Enti okwa amude the Herald newspaper no so headline amu edi eba I see 80-year-old Osafo-Mafu declares himself senior presidential advisor to Akufo-Addo. And also Mr. Osafo-Mafu is now a senior presidential advisor to Nana-Addo. Who is who? Family and friends government indeed in working under Nana-Addo. Your view on Osafo-Mafu as senior presidential advisor? Good, bad. Good 12.6%, bad 15.6%. And what that man research? So again as papa no crowd 71.6%. Whatever President Akufo-Addo sees in Osafo-Mafu, I wish that our employers and our girlfriends see that in us, because it looks like the president cannot do without him. I know. I've come to the conclusion that Osafo-Mafu has show boys nudes. Sake of, I don't understand. There must be something Osafo-Mafu is really good at besides cooking. Cooking, #Macmillan and #Crow, like deals. Other than that, why is Akufo-Addo hell bent on keeping him at the high table? And some not does Manujo, my manager has influenced Osafo-Mafu back to government.
Yeah, it's an interesting bit. In I'm sure that people say that he lets himself, like I say, 80-year-old Osafo-Mafu declares himself senior presidential advisor to
Akufo-Addo.
Yeah, declaration was an interesting. Some expected to me communicate. I'm going to say senior advisor, and I say
on one kind, Osafo-Mafu na kind,
and it puts certain things in shape, because means most of these appointments, Eugene will brings them out. I say we you as this. They say parliament and Omoka through parliament say or it's all for vetting.
Sir President, no, when your minister, where staff advisor.
That's what I'm saying. Said Eugene on the side and here. Say minister
yeah.
And no there the corner more vetting. Money another group the communication director Neka. And they say communicate Osafo-Mafu has been elected as a senior presidential advisor and appointed as a senior presidential advisor. We can have a better feel of it. But I'm sure say on young conquer, because some of these things might come out.
Yeah, no,
say, are you still in government? The 88 bed in
3 days
exactly. Say it's nowadays. Exactly. So you see, it brings them. That's why I want to bring the perspective for us to understand that he's now a senior presidential advisor. I
don't know Osafo-Mafu.
Yeah, but it makes it at 80 years, because you've seen people being kicked out. It's not like you read the whole story.
Yeah,
he could have done himself a lot of good by setting off for
deals that buy best selling another buying
1 million Kroll and associates. That's one readily comes
Macmillan.
Yeah, the more you think about these things, I think it would have been like you said, Hajide Muni Adenya, Jogate Munya, Yomo in China.
Yeah.
So eventually.
No, Hajide cried or join us, our #drop the old.
Yes, but it's no more. Like me, then say, only Jogate Munya, I can see a Teswaba from 126 was said not to 80.
85. Or yes, 85.
Yeah, until most of them have been off the table. But all those deputy ministers and by and MMDCs now, then so on Shadan Tachi or Money, they might be a reshuffling there, but deputies not by. So for him to still be lurking around government in the end there, people have the right to question. Although be like a senior advisor there, the role partner there, you bet me, the president will rely on him that his experiences as finance minister near the end will be.
But hasn't he been there for the last 4 years in advice, exactly, being senior minister? Because the make kind of story, no senior, there about 3 days ago, official, no kind of news article.
Yes.
The rule and I say as senior minister, no 1 obey advice government, 2 obey share. Other ministries oversight of all the other ministries now effective, so and he couldn't do that.
That one, yes, exactly. Near 14 the president will come out to say that whether he helped him very well or he did not help him.
The news article I read, I'm saying he couldn't do that in Tina man and now the class or dissolve some ministerial portfolio.
No, his presidential senior presidential advisor. I'm sure maybe it doesn't tell me. I say, yeah, I'm perceiving who where it is coming from, so that I can attack it very well. Because they'll come out to say that it's not even paid. The sacrificial job, you better than you're holding on. You get me? That actually you go and sit with
Now was Safumafu Babe Castle, presidential advisor, I see in Tianica. Yes, I'm the person TV. So be a buyer Jumo Ghana, no Cassie in Tianica, not just a Sika, one yano.
The salary
then I'll survive.
I agree, but in any case, I think he's done so well at 80, looking around power there, and Kobetimia, and President Betimia.
Do we still need 80-year-old or older? Yeah, once people have been saying this, Ghana yempese because your mama bununi be quiet. Obi on a PhD or a young, Obi on a master's degree or a young, Obi on a bachelor's degree or you're young. Omo here to be engaged, to be given opportunity, and yet presidential advisor cry.
And I say grow position so that they will gain experience. The Chroma say sanity. The system runs because they plan for succeeding generations. Because ABI fancy Worcester County, senior T, Nipo Sisi and over 2 no learning under the person. Tipa Chronicle announce what show. By here, we are breeding a generation, and the second generation is not taking over. Tibon said they be normal fresh. Where I agree with you in principle that some of these people, what if you lose them? Then who really? But training others to take over.
I'm not bidding go. Asma catch me say Ghana penny me money din. Asma kind say ebi ananado feel say second term no. I would no ni bim. Te say or build bridges with nipa mo ben no. Unza osafuma for is nanado.
The bridge has always been there. That one I don't want to.
Say kwan fast so say also a resign ni ade no.
Yeah. But the bridge
it might not have been well because others also see Nanado decided
he resigned as a senior minister.
Yeah, was announced so he's out of government January. And announced so retired. Resign and then he's retired from
government.
And
the next moment he comes as a senior presidential
advisor. But if Domelovo was kicked out for 60 years,
being 60 and not
why should 80-year-old man still be at the?
You see, I said, made the emission from the point that a senior presidential advisor, assuming what kind of manner news, but if you cry, he has built with knowledge, he can still be helping.
No,
but
maybe office.
Yes, that is where
I have will need office.
An office are there. Jubilee House is there in the office in and people sorry then it leaves a lot to be answered.
It's a big position.
Exactly. But coming from him, no. Unless, of course, I will say that. Coming to me, we read the articles to be sure that the issue communicates.
Presidential, you own him idea controversial. No, you can decide not to bring it out. Nobody can question that because presidential staff is no. Among former Juma and the president in ministries are Muhammad Friswa, Akufo-Addo, who I could do 700 and they can watch them. And yes, as our story in the buyer, nobody knew people.
Yes.
And then your appointment be a no more than who
yeah, but the staffers list there, Beba. So me 1,000 because they have
listen
to
pay
blah blah blah.
So I listen say buy because there was a story.
Yes.
Say wabema nipa na bebre. Wablo to here, wablo to listen.
Yes.
Anything am dini in about
but 80-year-old Osapumafo with the stories around him there, it would have been good if he doesn't really lurk around the corridors
and
of
come
power.
Back again.
Yes, we are corridors of power. I think it could have even served this position without mentioning it. To put I agree with you.
It's Nanado
social media wave no corner. Yeah. That means people are
I can authoritatively tell you.
Oh yeah. Say he's been one of the many appointments cause embarrassing. Yeah. So the point is on Wako Chebiako says at 18 the position is senior presidential advisor. Or you know more a senior minister.
Yeah.
Maybe I think sometimes people should have a conscience because the labor money at the end you think at their age they were not very useful enough. 80-year-old man advising you. Be uncle Tinan if you chebi. Or man way to can work on him. Near the end, also your advisor, major to but for him to have an office, people working under him as an advisor, dear. It's a bit on the high side.
Nanado advisors, but we even a base senior.
Yes, but it shouldn't be operating from an office at the Jubilee House.
That is a senior advisor. What are you talking about?
It can always be an advisor from the house.
Senior advisor.
Anyway.
When you ministerial protocol, you correct it. When you ministerial protocol,
no, it's just a position or the man who say advisor. No, and I mean ministers neko and American, but and I'm just even that still no, they are communicates with about say ye Usibempa as a PR for Ghana Gas. You wrote it. I saw the letter too. Your sign say he's been given this position with Ghana's coat of arms near there. That is how it should be. So percent background recognize
say a letter, but I don't family. In time some appointment can come out if they want to.
Yes.
The most important thing is nipa na yede let any man on Obaba.
Sometimes because of the goodwill they enjoy, they have a way of killing it before it comes. I'm going to be tested waters. That is why sometimes I will be careful and be measured. No, my investigation. No.
This story, my catch said this story. Me catch say no correct.
Say Yejina senior advisor, presidential. Yeah, some. Where I agree with you, saying you and Conquer because I'm presidential and be.
Oh, you mean yo?
Oh, me Judy. So judging from that, they find it's as good as knowing that obeying your office as a senior advisor and be doing the job, and they are condemned in no certain terms. I think at his age and everything. It's within people who say, I want to know between Ghana. The stories around this man, I think Nanado will do himself a lot of good.
I know can maybe say with I was a story in the by hashtag Macmillan hashtag Crawl Associate. I want say deals ni na kofa osafuma for so ne buy.
Yes.
Inti ne bi mu bisa say ade Nanado person ya other deals inti no san ko bringing.
Yeah, they have a point to
tag me ensign me sinsen ho. The coming back of a Japan, only say Japan, so Safumafu, say on the crawler, you know.
Yeah, but him said the banner so was made or snit. The child is a snit and he's still a member of
Safumafu Banner,
7 chief executive officer at Japan, as well as being the deputy director of general of SNET. The whole guy.
Now himself, some American crown on the Joy FM and Casacra officially tweeted.
Yeah, when he said Minjin, the other say, how did they come about?
City News tweeted.
He went to
Joy FM tweeted. All the big media outlet in Ghana.
I agree with you. Make no just say like he went to Chebi, then he said that I am the senior presidential advisor,
and then they have to. When he says that, then the media will do their
exactly
and then confirm.
But Sanka,
other source of news.
My uncle, oh yeah, Twitter. So authentic news now. Twitter is a news. Now Donald Trump put Chroma no one is central for Twitter na no any news. Oh you be there no a tweet. Or Pamuya no a tweet or Koha no a tweet. That is Twitter is a great source of news now.
Who is that? Maybe they say like Obeka say Akufo-Addo declares himself as presidential advisor, senior presidential. It's some way. I don't know whether you get it. Why will you declare yourself as you are there?
Manager, your man a letter. Your man a letter say
it makes him untouchable. Be Misana Miuno say I say he's very untouchable. That communicate be presidential way but say Sabumafu is now the senior presidential advisor. But no Ankasa Kujabia, you know what? My position now is a senior. Then the guy is really untouchable. Me and then Hamino. So it's after all these tasks.
Mama Kalusha Faka Kranka. Hey, your time no cool. We couldn't even look at the EC. Just 1 minute.
Yeah. Obisa a management question bina. On one time meeting on Opano. On one question that's what answer. Obisa say I didn't try Safumafu at 80. Or per day. On one can say food then 69.
Also there may be a problem. 70.
70.
I can't 69 age 69. I don't know one day.
80. Opo you fairly saying. That trend we need there until say we will change the trend of giving a position to old men like Akufo-Addo. That's what is going to happen. We should not expect say an old man like Akufo-Addo.
Bias are not discriminating. Old men so say
but yeah, culture wise no. We expect to say Akufo-Addo same as we 77. Also could 80 me wa. Now our Akufo be already 50 and 60. Yeah, culture no. Now quite time Jesus no e be on now culture.
But say yeah 50 so between 60 between 60 and 70. I mean 50 to 60% no money if you.
Time Jesus no. O papa bibia ba na kokan. O baka say na wona ba be chemi nyansa na. Wona ba chemi yin. Enti me sure say Akufo-Addo be that level no say or Akufo no say my advice those kind of stuff. Eventually this is what is going to happen. And until say Mantian no they will do something exceptional. And the Mantians on mobile so mama Kwafona say pedifona or more party no enjo mundi. Na fi omo no more discussion
now Osafuma amavo jini di pa
politicians in there. The almost see your mother and all teach you.
What's
na say e friend say e selano officer wakwa deal bi anka say nke e yi di film ba okoko gian baby no president Kwame Mekan abonti say e the position ama no on akọ no kro bi say we fi abama o se me nya film they say kwa position e dey ama me no ya ma me senior advisor to the presidency adeni yamba abonti o enti na ne na gian baby so enti until say
when appointment letter when American appointment letter came to his notice a week ago.
Yeah. Okay. Sentina make a say your official.
Yeah, make sure Joy FM there no more say no ko
kan. Sentina make a say apart from that no. Yeah, now the news makers into me mo be
I get you very well.
A story that is confirmed. Yeah.
It is a mindset. I know my high see no man. Your culture, you know. Yeah, in fact, no one 2 years here. You say your global village, me boy. Maybe global village. To say Twitter about the council, or no Twitter, a news, a big news. That's a sign no man. Now I'm not saying no more because of
Facebook, Twitter,
yes, advanced and computerized age, you know. Omo try say I'm not saying now, omo zoom in say, you know, omo nim die no, omo fam bane fam bo man no. You say and sense
time because we have other time look at bones and call us high. So you have only 1 minute.
Okay.
Nana do danko Akufo-Addo any MPP for beka ya kan chi mensa bonsu nsam na no amanse mebraba na John Bodu de aibia babontin manu cho so hwesa no o say ministers receive sack notice over flag bearer campaign.
Yeah.
And Nanado say, well, best start say, obey your whole campaign. Be we minister will be you ready. But and then Dr. Asa Asante. Was it Dr. Asa Asante? As he said, Basa, it's not fair because then what happens to Baumia? Because his position, he cannot be sacked.
Yes.
That is also another interesting aspect. But my man, is it a way of trying to control among who or my say, 2024 to destabilize the government? Anna, a way elimination by rough tactics. How do you see it? 1 minute.
What is the agenda for Nanado for Baumia?
Let me say, as I said, ministers now remain focused to help the government.
And a vice president, so on a president,
and
say, what is the agenda of Nanado for Baumia? And then Nanado said per se, Baumia. Ebe flagbearer of MPP there. Now is omo ka on that minister position. So wo idea, wo ambition say o person here na ba mu no resign.
Yes, I know.
As simple as that. What I say. And you only o mama adwuma nye wona ba mu. Now on sign maybe starting your campaign obenya first saying divided attention. You can't say kwakwa you as me ko campaign e wo kura bi ase and say
e say omo nyim PSC omo underground but it destabilizes the government.
The chim caucus no is they want Baumia to come to the fore.
When I confirm o sources dey catch no
na so kwara officer kwara also sana so you kwara also
be so a journalist Kalu said dia waji Ghanaians na uba hai
eti sa chim caucus is a person pe Baumia na eba na the Ashanti caucus no so ukita mesia position e party ni mo a o se akoto mu efensen Alan Chamati mu no fa odwumadie eto nchen because I say na a very stiff competition ya me mo adwuma me na me pesca fa ko campaign e be against me so that's the agenda. So agenda is right now no obi anyenta etatuku but Nanado be and nka me mani bagene di eba asimo odi aba na nka party no wetwetwi mamu a nka obeka che the vice ne say ono so tone down na yi no your friend saying na yi na friends the ambition to be a flag bearer of the
party. But Baumia nkasai Baumia he hasn't made any on country on
but opo in Ghana away answer na obi on kasao
say cast na buy my church home friends of Baumia na that no also nim ho hwe and on san be kan say wa odi ni din poster na ade be ajai opo also he focused on helping another
focus but it is enye ni de
unyi ni on
me say enye ni de ebe ndo baby o ebe ni de eti Baumia no so say eno ma bi kosa say on o sha manfo echi no mo yen sa on toni dan kakra
Baumia de Nanado ne say my first minister be boa me nya adwuma ne emfa Ghana nsie na obe president say ofi say no ambition resign o ma ban nim this na me hu ameyi wadi
and I'm say eno dey simple and short but make I say emfa wantwe ba party ni mu no obi so be kan say nkofo agenda na ka say no mo be
Nanado mfa vice nso nka ho say vice nso menye say
on Tony down kakra onu say onu Nanado de nka ni pemu dia nka onu Baumia na nkopese o ma
Nanado na no di zangoma
na dey eno me kwa
Quick one on this.
Yeah, I think that the letter is in the right direction. I mean, say, maybe they were a bit lapsed. They were believing in just saying it. You know, some presidents not sending letters round to all the ministers near the end. Say, start more year campaign start near the end. It's a firm stand warning. I agree in principle. And I said, even the vice president, everybody connected to government. Prime ministers quite for those things.
Manucho do BBC say, not just a
vice president.
No, not vice president.
Chairman Sabonsu,
there be natural say John Bodu ni for the blue party no mo 0 ana because we see obi o minister into obi onye minister enso
yeah sometimes
no starting no oye obi okuta oye civilian worker obi oye CEO no onye minister no so e no start here I didn't think na party no issue guidelines say anybody in the party shouldn't do this until 11 months to this. Now man for year na party na say can we Nanado can esen ko san be because Nanado can control the ministers.
Yes.
Say wow be say but sisia no menye minister na me person me starting na me destabilize na me year yinzo.
Yeah, that's why go.
Assembly na they say wo ya ma a position for agenda for the president. Now you're also going for your own agenda. Is it done anywhere?
Say when
Wo you make ministers no.
Yes.
I
think in principle no it should have been long and encompassing. Maybe because a spur of the moment they leave a lot of holes and speculation for us to conjecture.
President the letters are common
ministers now. What about those who are not in ministerial positions? And what about the vice president? People have the right to ask some of these questions. So he should come back again and tell us that maybe he could focus because the ministers are just a government. But the party is bigger.
Exactly.
The party is bigger than the government here of a sort because some almost serving in there, only a few. But there are lots of people around too who are members of the party.
Who might be interested.
Exactly. I mean, the party use advisedly because Ghana government in the Ghana government in but party Nipa no Dawson. Obi Kura more MMDC. He wants to fight for a fair chance.
It'll be also a former MP.
Can that person still do this?
Napoleon did
Napoleon minister for energy now. Energy minister.
They no men share one year be me. Amankwa then
Ochema Boadia na say.
No.
Yes.
Exactly.
So the letter should be very conclusive and very binding. Because since I'm not just one marginalized.
Yeah.
So we MP in Koten there, we are minister Kwanda, you can't talk. But what about those who are not ministers? It maybe to clamp down.
It should have been the party.
Exactly, because when you go deeper, then it looks like some ministers they have above ambitions of becoming president.
Yeah.
Because on it there's we can see where giants are. You see, so they need to be careful with some of these things. I think President Hayenede, which is in the right direction, it's my government. I'm running it. If you don't want to
the party should
go out.
Do more.
But the party now, Kovoka said you look weak. Kennedy feel that you are not helping the cause of the party in general. And I was a minister in there. Then a minister in there has a potential to be a presidential candidate. Why so much on non-jai? Or you be in I saw can say everybody in government or outside government or MPP.
Everybody in MPP.
Yes.
And your government. So because we are MPP now government now you're still an MPP.
So why now say government no more control so make me apamo. Na me MPP in there and you better wapa me for party name. Yeah, but it will be good that President are in India, which is in the right direction. That you want to be in my government, you can't have a parallel job over there, but it should be made broad. I feel that if I have chance to John Boyd and I'll be say, why is they saying just ministers? Does that mean others in the party?
Time I'm in the man for interview.
Yes, and that's our job as media people to be asking the questions. Because bits about say I mean you yes, Nanado say ministers there. Mamu we politics are mepamo. But some year ministers in
vice president. All your politics over Pam clear. Or say president for 2024 now start a campaign there.
Exactly. Say vote say we presidential ambition.
Say Babi Basa Musa Ninti Kasa say
focus. Yeah, so in principle
just on the lighter side.
I get you. Well, very light, but attention and so Obianka Sawo Dema. So in principle, no, Ministers have been told not to do it, but you are interested in the larger parties because presidents are kind of the ministers are they not members of the party? They don't respect you. Are they not part of your
some people who buy into what Canada Japan said that
yes,
they are weak.
They look weak. President, I mean, John Boydu, with all apologies, presidents are sending letters to. We don't even want to hear that thing because what does it do? Internal
in Ghana,
you would have sent a letter.
In Ghana, Nanado is number 1.
Yes.
In NPP, when say John Boydu na number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Administratively. Even though for replace the chairman, but social administrative structure, secretary boss.
Today running the entire Johnson said in more than for some.
Yeah, secretary.
So, in this case,
administrative.
The questions will be sending or sending my about me because it is very important. So
ministers.
The
headline and the letter says ministers.
Yeah, sometimes when they make some of these statements, we can only ask questions. Maybe there are other parts we don't know. Well, we'll be hitting them too hard because they couldn't have said, well, my ministers and the vice president say they shouldn't be having this. But I agree with anybody who feels that it's too very to say, okay, say ministers are. You've left room for MMDCs, any vice president, any
also be offer our MPP.
Yes.
Only a buy and our appointment. Oscar.
Yes.
Genuine
questions. I think it's a genuine question.
Okay. Unity Radio 1039. Ministers received sack notice over flag bearer campaign. Tinanado decrata koma obi oye minister on abamu. Say unim no or tesa oye campaign so be president. Kalusha tia oko pe president di wa Zambia no. Obe yuedi. Eno dancha manu quickly. And na me pese ebi a EU report na beto aso ochina. Ba de ba kwa me pese ye hwe amo kan ye. Omo mention sika no se sika no edoso. Enti ente so president sika no. And almost I mentioned say civil servant yenya omo no omo so emepre unza civil servant say okope political position I just all resign. So you police ni so we I saw resign no say e unfair because obi a minister no be a way a okopre ba on resign. But omo assertion for asking people in the civil service to resign said they can have access to funds no more omo misuse sika. As I say, you put two structures in place to control Sika, as opposed to prevent to be right. So contesting. But the best also bigly 2 issues. Almost see election na na fair, meet international standard. And now 2, adiaba ko see enye kwan first one ye electoral commissioner. Almost see no there emma confidence in the Ghana ya ba yetunemu.
Yeah. First of all,
fast because on say NDC appointed Charlotte say and MPP for you did this, including Canada Japan, accusing her of using the womanhood.
Yeah.
So I can't hood.
Exactly. Hood. Manhood, womanhood, neighborhood, childhood.
Or you see in the womanhood in the position. Exactly. Later he came and said, exactly. Oh no, dear girl and all that.
Yeah, was very bad.
People
very,
MPP genuinely didn't trust Charlotte say.
Yes.
Mame Mensa by NDC don't and have never and I don't think they will ever.
Yes.
Because I'm not gonna say
in principle they don't.
International Union, European Union Observatory on Elections normally say a first year electoral commission. No, it doesn't bring and breed confidence in our electoral system.
Yes. My I see there's no 100% of perfect elections everywhere. Then there will be pockets of issues, but generally you're shown on a larger scale that can you pass it 80-90%, which in principle I agree that the Ghana elections, let's not far and wide, and I don't think that there were a lot of issues in terms of voting day near the end. Say if people were not allowed to vote or BVD machines.
Sorry, sir. Road safety issue no ye de be coach na ye try say e benya mpanimfo no bi ni omo akasa yentumi nti ebe move story na coach na so china yentumi enya pen na we deal with the story we have because it's MTTD report na by
exactly.
Back to you.
Yeah, nti generally in Osha for me the elections went well because even at the we say biometric verification. Yes, you want verifying but this time around, 90 to 99% of the moment, everybody who wanted to vote in Ghana voted. Although there were pockets of issues. I mean, the way the results were transmitted near the end, and people up to now, one person I still have a problem with. I didn't understand it from the start. Say you're being the regional near the final figure. You were expecting.
I mean, I say the conclusion in the mission's final report is that the elections were efficiently organized, competitive. that voters participated freely in large numbers, and that the process successfully met a range of international standards.
Yes.
To woman report on their kind.
Exactly. So, and I'm with them on that. That generally, listening around, reading around them, I don't think that there were lots of hiccups.
But almost identify some shortcomings. Though.
Oh, yeah, they are not 100%.
I'm saying, however, shortcomings already identified by previous EU election observations missions remain, such as the misuse of state resources. Campaign.
Yes.
Near buying cast near the campaign. The abuse of incumbency. Obiteswa. Or abuse GTV the power. GTV almost the buy. Almost say Akufo-Addo 31 point something percent. Mahama coverage here 19%. Almost use incumbency. And almost I can vote buying.
Yes.
Ye Triesica total vote and unregulated campaign finances.
Yes.
Who's the Krumha? It's regulated. Yeah. Ghana is unregulated. Ntisikana will be a free buy. Will be and one say MPP spend this car. And one say NDC spend this car. Unregulated. And these are some of the issues. I feel say it didn't give level playing field. Almost say this resulted in an uneven playing field. Entirety said there be a can say winner takes all.
Yes.
The artisanal.
Or do everything to win. He will, if even is, I'll be trying to pay to cry and win. But I can say about 20, yes, hook or crook, they have to win the elections. About 20, they're generally listening around before and after. No, maybe opposition either they did not understand. Interparty IPAC near the one TSA Interparty Advisory Committee. Yeah, I remember be person one Interparty Advisory Committee. You know. Say because at a point in time, we sent this phone complaining, said they've not had any results yet. Later they came out to say the regional into final figure never quite crying at the end. Those are some of the little things. But the voting day in the day, I can confidently say that they did well, and largely the elections went well. After no results transmission, little problems. The high point, the lowest point was in Kovone Techimano. Yeah, people had to die out of this. But till now, no one said the opposition said they were cheated. They couldn't prove beyond reasonable doubt. I think the EU
I'm saying meet international standard.
For me, it did meet.
Okay.
But the other side were also still the intangibles. They are still very much there. That's nothing to do with an MPP thing, NDC, MPP. So I don't know. So I'm going to me.
Yeah, I see EU observatory missions are banning in our problems almost the
same thing.
Recurring
abuse. Money office, not with your office.
Exactly.
They pick up no year elections. Elections near
NDC to swear. The same MPP to swear. Abuse of public resource. Any abuse of incumbency.
Inadvertently, for you to lose it, the people should be fed up with you and vote massively against you. And I think, and then Ghana acquire a bit more difficult. That issues are not in a vote buying. You see, the lowest point they may vote buying. You say, everybody has one vote. A doctor, a lawyer, and no piano. Not say a money nyansa chimbi, but obisha issues. Obu one man, if you take an obejintin, and the man yano. Say you say elections, maybe I change your time bring me electoral college near the end, because at the end of the day, we narrowed everything to one man on the voting. The woman 10 Ghana city, 20 Ghana city, and it's one vote, and they think this things do not help democracy, because people should be thinking how far they can take their country rather than have the little money they can get for the day. But in principle, I agree with them that you might have and puff, rave and rant, talk and shop, but the truth is that there was not enough evidence for anybody to sit back and say that the elections was.
I think we will take time and divulge more into this story, because I see a share report from certain angles.
Yes,
they did talk about Sikasem. Sika omode to so no mo se sonodo.
Yes.
Members no a critique disparity as a disqualify nipa bi a mo full say.
Time Sika say 400,000. Person will stand there 400,000 on it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, and quick one on the appointment of EC Ochina. What divulging here?
Yes.
And the time now crunched.
I agree that you see it's a big issue.
Now this is session of the report. I say 4 EC members, including the chairperson and 2 deputies, were appointed by the incumbent president in July 2018 after the previous EC leadership was removed from office for misbehavior and incompetence. The main opposition party, the NDC, frequently accused the EC of bias and declared it had no confidence in the EC leadership. Now, according to the report, 26 8.2% of airtime on election-related news programs focused on activities of the NPP, while 15.8% was allocated to the opposition NDC.
Yeah, which we are talking about. I mean, there should be
a breakdown of GBCD.
there should be equity.
But I'm focus quickly on ECD.
I think it's the biggest issue that Ghana we are confronted with. That at the end of the day, President no EC chair and we need 2 deputies to oversee an election that is going in with an opponent. I think that so be our conscience. That's something we should eschew. You don't need a rocket scientist to tell you that NDC not chance no ba obeyi nyotewono. Na nyotewono so no e dey confidence obenya say abanu we win NDC win amemfa momo. The same way happened under the Charlotte administration. Obi onya ne kakra, and it was always coming that after Aferijan, who will succeed Aferijan, can we have the confidence any government in power obeyi EC chair and ebenya problems. I think we should have a comprehensive legislature ebe selecting ipakro now exonerating now shielding from some of these things and even rise to it. Not IEA woman or IEA debate. She might have been qualified, but from then I know raising no one. Then people begin to ask that how did she really get to this point if he was not, he doesn't have some links with the presidency near there. So I think for a democracy to thrive, because it's a very key and sensitive position, because the constitution says that say you see Chinese declaration say the amount we are, nobody can talk again. It's zilch. Yet here and we are confronted on the 9th December declaration or year no, there were corrections near the now. People are even worried. So after one declaration, near Kenya corrections no. If there were mistakes on the declaration, what makes the rest valid near there? There are teething problems. I say esma fire was here. I agree with them that methodology ye see chair what Ghana has say no. We need a relook. Let's comprehensively all agree to study it and make sure that we get a very good person. But you sit here now, tsunami and more abim. For MPP, she's the best thing to happen. For NDC, they don't trust her. She's the worst. And how can the country go on?
And the reverse was the case of
Charlotte. Say, how can the country go on with some of these things? Here kind of crunch here, kakra. When Kasa me belonging to this party, you're crying.
How?
You see, I belong to that school of thought. Sisi na munyina na nka deputies na mo rise to anka
through the ranks and then they
to an one. Na yes sample
they
form a committee. People inviting comfort na go through interview process nya be 2 or 3. Then the president should be the number 1 gentleman of the land. Into no saying so should be very important. I'm a believer of that one. That will be rising could be say me president e me me and me brebedu here. We are Ghanaians. I know people who think like that. I've seen vice chancellors of universities, they talk like that. I've been to the offices. We should say no Kasana. But Ghana, the president has a hand who becomes the vice chancellor of those public universities for a special reason. In Tankanipa 2 or 3, Binaka, the new Mafa, through processes, me assure my background, or more political activities, no, you could do upon Kenya 2 or 3. Then it's a podium finish. Then the president will say, okay, I want the middle one, I want the first one. Then there'll be a little bit sanity that Nipakron the background near check, but sir 30 million Ghanaians, he can handpick anybody to go and sit there and dear. I think it's a bigger issue. So I've always advocated for that one. That Office of the Special Prosecutor there are some key positions in Ghana. Yeah, advertise it. Now 1 million Ghanaians who are interested should apply, go through a rigorous selection process, interviews in there. Nipakron could do one more. Before you even become a state police, Madam Fubia, the brother no person state police. Because why? Background check no. Because we quite sensitive position. Every letter we school or babiasum crack.
Yeah, to work for state police, immigration officer and all those things. Thorough background.
So high school now bobiasum na say call na you try na you to one you might never be able to access some of these things. In the same person chairperson or rise to fine you can do political activities when you are young. Ghana young can say young phobia neutral. I don't believe in those ones. But bet me you say away he's gone through the mail, he's been grilled by both opposition, both the present. There's some level of trust. No, within 60 years, our retire, start another process. But say you keep it to this guidelines. The president will elect. We have a president now. On no vice EC chair. On no judicial way, chief justice.
Yeah.
On yes, Anna. Then abuse of incumbency too much. As much as the person will try to be very neutral, it is not easy.
Okay.
Say me President Eyimi, and you expect me to work against the president. I mean, how many people? And Kasana say there. Donald
Trump appointed Supreme Court judges.
Now, so was arguing you because the point is that on
but Donald Trump didn't know that woman would do that, you know.
And I'm Ghana no. So I said, she's a lawyer, she's of repute in the she has maybe Republican sentiments, but she has an independent one. But Ghana at the end of the day, you have to be sit with the president, drink tea. He will ask you some questions. If he's convinced, before he will select you, based on. But maybe so say, assume say they could run a 50-50, so we'll make a decision. How do I way? And how many people will tell you that no, I will look into the case, make sure you deserve it. I think this EU report is very comprehensive. Obama said it in 2008. Obama catch institutions, not strong biceps.
Okay. 508-846-3021 508-846-3021 ubetumi afro Ghana and outside Ghana na ode +1 ashe nimu now so do adwenkyere de aba Unity Radio 1039 Ochina we have time to talk about the MTTD story no Ghana for one through road accident, but we seem to be bothered more of COVID. Nobody is saying we should take COVID for granted, but does one penny for Bosome miensa nipa 771 ewu COVID by in Ghana nipa 700 and something ewu almost 2 years in international say road accident a kuye kura chain COVID which we need to take a critical look at our roads, driving education and all these things need to be greatly considered in our country. That's like I say ma Nabian Barbering Salon, Raf G-Man driving school, Danko African Market and Wholesale, and Afi Ejumakwa friend say KM Rough Roofing, but they do phone line is why you did Bremu there. There's like I say, Asamas Trading, and then Asamas Trading now so as Anna, a different course in Bremo. My mention course now saying Fimi Abema or being say, or being a pump to say. Hello, Obi Otemenga.
Hello, Mitonga.
Pump to say, Minia. Chelsea are qualifying team, many Ajapa.
Yo, that was only Chelsea friend.
Kasiapa, menya fan keke. Menya fan keke me. Fan Kasiapa.
Yeah, I was saying about Chelsea for about especially you coach me now about. But Oba and what means the team Rama will be a bonny position as or Bunty. I think that Chelsea be doing now if you are captain in the I hope Kaka or half month for the energy. I don't know Minia or South Marfo and what India wa Ebuswa too much is MPP for back and be any or South Marfo we one be watching your appointment. You are Akufo-Addo by your first 4 years one appointment, second 4 years and also what's an appointment. Abraham Mobile Doko grazing grass campaign, no, that's the two being your man. Because you could have said, all for Jimaka Clear Manasseh on Nunebi. No idea I didn't know Kofuni Papa Coso, can be an appointment. I didn't know why in Ghana. The best them for the Biadu media. I was there 18 July and also. Now, Mabuno so a better operating from 20 year campaign, Rabbi Samuel. But the thing of Bika Kana Buda, tell me up, I traveling your campaign. Even our Bassans are cost about the campaign. You have my appointment, that's lemon penny. One train sign, that bear on Pin Power on Manasseh, and I send a bear. Mabun Jibin, young grandson, who at least you Mabun to their bra, right in the Akaye. But that's whom I from to us.
Yes, you are the CP, you know, Bema being or Safamafu, and Van Gona number. Mamma, the next caller. I would violate bomb to sing. Hello, Audi. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, dear.
From the from the but
Yami Afam dear no ya a friend and Adwa Mamuni in an Akaho. Say Ghana now.
Oh, Nenado Mamodi and Kuyi, Omano Giagu, a teacher person, Omano says, but then another do a money direction, no Korean. Open Nemo Kuyi, Mambo Abasu, and I didn't do it in the car. They go America my Abiaka or Macana and Coupon Show and Pedro Yoka say 2 comma the day I was on God no person my uncommon Pabu and coming tears and argument for me now when my coming from more American happy Ramadan when the chairman NBC chairman how they are no American NBC from more American and I mean chairman MP Alaji Sido Haruna and Kaja Juma Wabon on to us you know Safumafu and Ranina Beso and Chebia Mirano 2024 Muhammad Beba. It was Safumafu Kwane in the one in India or the Bibu on mine. Or Safumafu Numuya the buyer or my failure Akufo-Addo for no more Akufo-Addo media 2025 and said the NDC party by your commissar and one no Safumafu was our minister we have corruption akoso we have money for Juma Agugu we have sending ban young band now for Juma no Ghana for it to welcome the no Mudi Ghana for them no for Juma Agu no there uko market woman issue market man issue businessman issue businesswoman issue akuya for issue obia issue omanu koyi let's still another see Asafumafo one for money tentem na yeah tentem kura Ghana for ya nyabere ye pompa ye 2024 and during community akundalo every time we do some more we ya unchira more fargada.
Hello, Audu. Hello, Audu.
Hello.
Audu Timenga.
Okay.
Yeah, Kasa, now line breaky.
Okay, they said
yeah, Tonka Kasa.
What do you make any say? So I know what's enough for you, man, or Juma. What's the same back? I won't Juma Ghana for a 2 or over. I know Safuma for you and over. She cut over 17 billions. I know Safuma for you and over Ghana businesses in Melbourne. I know Safuma for you see that the calm and the so Abu Ghana for and the Ghana for Germany and Google. I know Safuma for you and what you are, but you find it out of working. I know.
Hello. 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 Oh, too bad. Line in freezy. Okay, over to me after 508-846-3021. 508-846-3021. Ofra, yebe now so do adwenkyere de aba. Mumuni chokosie tumi abowura. Mumuni ofrefre hen. Hello Mumuni. Hello. Oh, too bad. I don't know, but Manucho what is MTTD and ne ade omanya problem bi or Ghana ne ade.
Can then easy. So ID card. Almost started about ID card brand from 1st April.
My announcer lines, we are having some issues with the phone lines today. 508-846-3021. 508-846-3021. Ofra ebefa utimi ebu rema ebefa na odo adwenkyere ede aba. Now kasamanu.
Yeah, na me chese they had some issues. No say
yeah, but in the meantime no. Yes. Mame ko Kalusha enya lines ning na it's becoming calls ne ba na drop menim say if your house and so free here. Kalu
national caller.
Okay. Mame has meet me caller we beat me ejina so call lines ne hello.
Linia opo.
Yeah, mbajo ti anka.
Opo mi ti onka.
Oh, okay. When you
opo mbajo mumuni chogosimi.
Oh, mumuni my intio and lines ne rough pa. Mumuni gaza.
Mumuni chogosi.
Yeah, mumuni gaza wuti. Yes sir, what menka? Mumuni za what menka? Mumuni. Hello, Mumuni what menka?
Opo.
Yanko yeah, kasa intio.
Me da pa opo mini opo le animre Evans America Sierra, Yankupon, Oshira, non count no ball by the swimming your permitting giant pipe and Moa Bushia, or Mutia school fees, bro, Jaro, Pamusquata, and council, a man Ghana for Nivia for another Biadu Faswa, or 2 for Yankupon, Oshira, non count on ball mobile, a Chivia, Shirabia, and Koma movie, Yankupon Komopa. Sama no mo bro ne mu bia ni ho so ndey ju ho fa so papa enti afida bi ho no ma yendi kan emfa mo na me chaga na panyifo nyina eni mi nya panyi ulma first line otumfo Yankopon o hira no na enam sa chiriya ni nti ndewa kodi ba bi kakra wan hwa wontini amba so mi ni opo na mo ka bibi afa ya konhia Ghana ya konhia ho ya kaza konhia ye tutu e Ghana mi ni opo e no kure mi ni opo ni ma de tutu a e man konhia me tutu e Ghana ha high agent. Opo ya kwa bonia ya namswa ya nya kwa papa en namso mini opo betima kwa koduru baby bompi o ma ye dia to okura dia ma kwa no mini opo
enakra yentumi angati to sa story no in depth na ye wo interview bia nanka ye de match story na ye nya road safety penfo no nti ye keka ne kakra bi ochina ye be try na ye nya penfo no bi ne o madi nkita ho kakra ya kwan a enye any driver education overtaking wrong overtaking ne ade ni nyina hia say ye church amanfo
Nida se pa mini opo nti na mama timu kakra dia kira mini anu Ghana for any America for
yeah ndi hia pa
Muchisa konshia bi koso VIP bi bas bi akwa konshia manipa wu a na ya kwan boni a ye nam so Ghana ha ye bompi a ene ufri Accra be fin ko bolga na vrango pagaboko akwa boni a o mo ya de to mi opo mi ya driver ni a na no jambu amani wolman first line ni se mi yusu trailer mi yusu calculator mi yusu kakase long vehicle and mi yusu mi opo se usimu se wa load free kra tema e ba da senior kopaga ele ya border so mi opo akwa boni a ye nam so enye bete mi opo ya kwan nye ye ntwe se President Akufo-Addo Obabaye from Macro Junction to Kononom Yemuza say lane a bebi omu bubu goduru se omu ye kwan na ma ye no omu tiri bie kwan mu sama ya na ewia se kura no mi opo omu tiri kwan no so be ka doburu le kitua bi ka mienu asase mienu entimi mbonsa ho mi opo obi asori a na wa ye bomb ye si nanim highway for ho ye wo mpanyifo wo man ni mu omu nka bia amfa ho na de bia kasa konhia ye hwa Crown Road kasa konhia timi wono mini opo na mi ya oba be duru ofen so e di ko sekamu techima road ya bompi bi o ma ye bi ato mini opo e ya na ya ho mete Ghana fo mpanyifo enam kwan no so ukoka omuso ka nyenti no yusu V8 yusu V6 yusu Land Cruiser na me bisa se ye nyina na beti manye skato V8 ani V6 ni Land Cruiser na mini opo omuso ka nyenti na hu se e kwan no enye obaduru be bi no post was kula da ono omo de cement and Adom-Otchere and omo de atua mini opo ndi samo ka Ghana kwanhia koswa na ya kwa boni police force kapo mini no police force bi jina driver for omo check say driver we o deserve say o chika we ana say eni kwaso o chika we and nam say omo 5 cedi ni 10 cedi omo ga dinti no omo check ka ni bi dia say ada say ya na say enye driver we o deserve ana so deserve
okay
o driver kura from Accra to Kumasi kura no e wo think o timi resting to the bi da na o to ni na police force check say ka nam no a driver force say
Mumuni, thank you very much. I mean, come on home. So I am for Audu also. Yeah, Audu, your point in now, Casa now line on a rough of Sami and Sadrop. We are now Lumai Kona.
MTTD network to be assigned to you.
Indeed, so Casa. Yet, yes, finish your point in the mind. Now we are no Lumai so to us.
Me tell you short to me. Nti Adom-Otchere ntendi na tenu de na nadu wonti afutu enu ana ode kwaso no Ghana for yambom paye
o si team man
we say Adom-Otchere ntendi na tenu enu ana ekwaso
abuso eno no ne team ban hwan dia chi oh okay okay nti omu team ya busu yin chendi United oh okay
Adom-Otchere ntendi United no Akufo-Addo ke everyone will Ghana for. By Ghana for Enusu, and coming 2024, the Bonnie, your question, a Subeta John Dramani Mahama, or about the Ghana, after Hutori, Yena, drop for Minia, Minia Opu, she said, we were free in crime. Every do Boko, Tiraboco, do Pagate, appointed Jamukama, by from Ukraine. Every do Boko, why you very careful? When an accident, over cool, by destination Gonisa, and I'm upon Bonnie, bumping Bonnie, our Ghana contractors, and everything else is anti Ghana and Casano. You're paying for me, Omunjinian, but Ghana and Libya, and now with 2024. The Pamba,
yeah, I see I will do fine. Thank you very much. Okay, yes, you're Darcy. Oluma Pom to Zaminia.
Alhamdulillah, no, and also,
Radini, Dini, Yanson, what they might tell
you. Now, Konya, with the Amano, Pomancia, Papa, Danoto, Mr. Danso of Danoto repairs, the channel there, Matia, Tama, Kodoago, NDC, party chairman, and Akoponya, Mokase, Chia Ghana, Fonina, both NDC and MTTD more American in Amachabe. If you have a program, we could do the Amachabe be there. Opo and send them. Yeah, now I'm kind of say every now, maybe interest for me, Paul Adom-Otchere. Opo, Paul Adom-Otchere. I think say we be himself good evening Ghana a program Ghana ana amount for interest pa na amount for shepa because how na offer so any program no but ne was a program no kra intenya mo wa say GA president ka say and why you say KSM show no kra no we dire it say Paul Adom-Otchere show no concert and then na orchestra. Oh, Papa, no, any more journalism. Azure, Manasseh, Azure, no, NBC Tam. Manasseh, Azure, and then before attacking the left and right. Manasseh, Azure, said, da, Mahama, Mami, Ewuye. That very day now, no, will this fourth scandal, no, a buy. Oposa, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that very day now, Mahama, Mami. Eka baby, that very day na sa we release that scandal. That in Sukrana, that scandal no release and na yan tro. Ini o mo on kwakuba kukra ba bonti be ka da sa kana. Manasseh de ba be ka se Mahama kwaji bra ni ade no. Wono ne check awa ya tre se ka ni si Jubilee House area adwumama aban no. Edinka Mahama je asa ni personal dey anka esinifie. None in the MPP Wabam, Canada, who Jubilee House, Jumama or my Ghana. As Manasseh, the Bob of Gumahama, and you say, I can't send the brief from Mahama, then at that time, NDC Abayama, I Manasseh. Manasseh, reading the first book, a dick from Mahama, the first person, or top first copy. That's 105 Ghana a year, 105 billion, and a Mahama at all. So, if we open a cup with this, and next. Manasseh and one who send people about power. What can be why you never be brain a man? Ghana Ponya did on another dog for them. No, send men people about the name of Koya. One can untum. 1 year grandma said Pastor Mensa or Tabolma and no one come manual to know. Professor Bino Kenya. Miss Trouble Kenya about trouble na Kenya about in the chair, baby. After no one in the castle. In the Musasa Papa Nada, they say, in Africa, I do any opinion on Casa. It's Manasseh, you make Casa, A+, 1 Casa. It's one of Adom-Otchere Mahama, which is criticizing the cancer, and no man of Ghana, whom do so a minute.
Yeah, I think sir, very sad. You know, baby, I'm taking to on a personal level to the point that Paul. That is what I'm saying, sir. Even Manasseh a Facebook post, you know. So when an enyajo cry, I said to incite, he said, you hate the president. You hate the president. My mom for no. You're saying you know, baby, you accuse Manasseh, say Manasseh, according 100,000 George Paul, Uncle, according 100,000. We've looked at all those stories. We follow pa.
Okay, somewhere you know, we are we do be Yanko Patem, and now we do be Bosumatem, we do Yanko Patem. The diplomat is so contract, will be plus what kind of band in Onquaya. In this case, journalist, Opo, senior journalist. Why are you more Fox FM? It's a journalist, Koya, over how Bessia,
yeah.
But a journalist, senior journalist. Now, no, anytime we have about to be attacking our kids now.
The dangerous aspect, but the dangerous aspect I even saw, Paul Adom-Otchere, as some kind of to the fact that you hate the president. Ghana politics na very volatile. Nipa krokoye story cross here penabo no ye penakuno na another journalist coming out to say what time president no. You know that is too dangerous for me.
So, recently mo adwuma amaye no unity radio. Mo attack a man pa o, mo attack no pa be what 2 months ni. Would money as your man, yes, I'm attacking the wrong way, but most can I guess in Zambia, and Akufo-Addo to Kaya, but Omiaka, and Tinana Samoa, Konago, not a son, and they would say, a question of Kochima. Man can't, I'm because of Mokare.
Yeah.
It's a bus I know, Bitty Baby, also, Opomu do Makwaje bribe, Opomu do my say, Opomu, a bus and another credibility, no, when you Yama, who did so many years, I got down, near useless.
Yeah.
And this 3 million Paul Adom-Otchere is a good evening Ghana, and there was a kind of one to some Kakra. Upon my never fire any other penny for no form 90 form.
Yeah, that's it.
$30 million, any basic cathedral. But in the Yakwanya ambulance, quite in Ghana, and yes, I could see a ward office. I have a story coming up tomorrow. A youth of Ghana, actual concerned youth of Ghana, actual letter, command another. So, on Sana, you know, was our ward house, no so could you know. Nagana, and Mabuni Yajumanya, Yam prioritize your new money. Ulumaya Dasi, Kojo Poku Mahala to Asumame.
Make I say any more to my pa and Ghana man any to Asantiman now and say you be kind Eddie Akufo Eddie Adama and inquire you now for the chair. Yeah, that's what I say at Cabonibia. Now, Opo, my member in charge on quite more. My by the money in the whole US have Chimamopo. And Unity Radio so and command is a Smith Chan machine so. Opo, my member is Obin Lebino. Saya Koya Samana Muka Opo and Jenny Adia and here on my control Ghana ye pa. Opo Jenna Meta, Yakoya and Namsin United to Ufi and Kaedo Mazi. Opo and Yabakuba and she ministers, buying any employee for woman and Papa in Suna Muko, Edico, Ediba, Equa. But what you know, my Yapa, Nancy, I would have my Manta Maka, Opo, welcome Equa, the Yatuna Jesu, do me, also do me. Opo, no, a deputy. Now, you say, what I just so much more, and as I just district, I find there in a never found also the 8 million. You have to obey and talk on this machine yet. Manta will be our economic machine on it. Police are cheating either. Okay, I just saw a Pasua. Or yeah, bridge. Now, we don't for the buyer of Bessa, just mine. Okay, say outside, and I won't pass. Obasan or Koshan was me, Mawa actually December 1st. One bridge may be open, but soon I'm look at the bridge in it. Yeah, don't come on to buy. Open no point on equal to your cat. I'm honestly a top on a man within 6 months. One finding now or by your and I'm saying, no way to.
Hello, Kwajo aloko kwanyu invivio baby. Same wote menka to asumame.
Opo mi da se na metia for nyina Eddie Kano my main congratulatory Ayawankata football club Chelsea for a good work done. Nasa
now see be free.
But Jose
say now see Chelsea be free.
Oh that me see mo baba go do semi final.
Oh, yeah, any Porto bebo first leg no. Yani Porto last week, yani Porto bebo first leg. Okay, say Porto be share.
Opo mati na qualify. Anything I'm congratulating you no. Someone ya there. But I'm say baby da yesokoti ekoso ani kitri. Nji biga mo do there. Dia nyame ni me na nyunui. Asafa wadi babu abetesi na wababu Real Madrid na so ya walk over Liverpool. Ni mo hie na da mo do.
Asafa wadi no ya onkwa wo dia. Inji wo de obeboa Liverpool dia Asafo ready time o time o Asafo ready
o nko ya dia o but What was you are coming to meet the powerhouse of Champions League. You see, in the idea, more the son of best one, and you know, the chairman Uchupa. Opo, me person me bisa say, in Abemana, and not all tries to best set the standard. That they are more mojuma mu, you know. Has he been able to rectify or say no or record in there? The meaning that we're sending their best sanity, and that's what they be proven to say. And some now what can okay, and that's why okay.
Sami ento on fa my but there me best make can say no ehun here bi me ento so e show ne ye obi a wona adwene, you know. I mean, we respect your viewers, your listeners in obi betimi ne ye nya adwene, that is there, but media na o kan na say o kan say ye kan bibi say na me pese obi prove you wrong say ye kan say, because we have never said that. So but ento so anyway, I mean
I mean, yeah, a story of Namodi to Gaya, Namo discussing the woman for no TV, Manasseh, Adom-Otchere. As some of them, very, very unfortunate thing. A good journalist, two journalists, and you of Ghana. I didn't talk to say the misunderstanding. We can't effort. I'm not moving. So, be our yourself or criticize them, whether the oil and I said the oil in here, or be our home fine. What I said, he said, oh, your friend said, or Adom-Otchere, Manasseh can't send me cry for my opinion, or criticize or criticize. You not say no, you don't have to attack him personally. Ever say, I say, who person who personal interest in the government. As I be a who BBD and I say, my BBD to be cast India. Now, per se, what attacking the government. But that is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. It's not happening. What I said, Nasa Bani, but Naso, Nasa de Yamanamu, Nasa Yamanamu, Nasa Yamanamu, Nasa Nyaman, so to me, and you put to go among funny. That is why you guys are there. Some Monica of Apino, the Bosha Washer, the Nyama Warrior, a bois, a tumpo, and the reason why a Obama a movie resort in the Union. And it will be uncriticized. I better will be Nipanos when any other woman will say no. I dear me, I'm more Ghana. Why we can look at the second coming of Nanabi, the second time we get actually now, and we haven't seen anything good for the government, Omoyama Ghana. And this will be criticized and will become all who find out because Onusha can. If you say about criticizing and I say, personal interest, now, I can't say to you, and I will be more tiny because of Mampanini and Kuyenidi. It is never yet there. Let's say in Adom-Otchere. They said, no, you might kind of not show no idea, no, you're holding high esteem, but the name of it, the good evening Ghana show to some extent. The credibility no apart from Adom-Otchere only by the program no now only by the home now you know free government now only who say original as an individual and on Metro TV no so a station almost at the best by no ya the part and then the part you guys are there to criticize and this any near because more fun so personal and on fun personal interest in room because the basa or no so people hold me responsible we have every right to hold me responsible because now there also so ama Mampanina to Aniabu Nimman for any ama Nema ya enkoya yempeno onye the Uncle Sonia the Ghana for and I said the Ghana for onion Uncle Sonia but that is not why you are there. In the best Adom-Otchere, you were a lot of respect for him. And I wasn't expecting this for and then I'm a TV station be now ending good sermon. Johnson said Johnson
said secretary on your chairman.
Sorry. The secretary. The question for Yahoo. Because Adom-Otchere, the show need also
the lotto numbers. Also the predicted lotto numbers.
One look at where it is heading towards. What I say, intimate Sirano.
Okay.
No, that's who's any show. No, losing the credibility. And you only revive no yes or didn't want to share some moon, and that's all the government. I didn't call ya over to Yaka, the Koreans over to Yaka, name movie, yet we also over to Maka.
Yeah, that's CP. Kwajoboku, sorry, we'll line a drop. What about finish your point? And I'm an already carcass because you finish my name in family scholar.
wait a moment from the problem. The enemy can say, I have any. Okay, so much news and a potential program. Not accident. Here, I can come and check on the employee. It was only my Japan. Now, Sina Kumasena, you are moving around about the Sikai by Zemuni and Nebri, and not the end boss, and the Unity Radio. So, our promote the summer band traffic light, and then they are fine by Canam so the day. Accident behind me, and the other saw me, I find I am, yes, so. Although only to me,
hello. Kojo bokwemze na baby ojana nya kojo ye waka bia ye mbacho mama peke na scholar. Hello, when I was saying hello mbacho wani
yeah
Abibaza right
Abibaza yeah
Abibaza sorry now dini huni apom ti say
Nami Adom-Otchere we are right there what Nami show winning baby and my power and power guy Abibaza see Abibaza hold on a minute. Oh my God, I'm busy a little bit. Oh, just a minute.
And you there, you never come man.
For all the latest news, sports, politics, entertainment, health, traffic, weather, and more, listen to Unity Morning with Opo National, the only morning show you need. Now.
Unity Radio 103.9. Anopa Bosuo Babi Abibaza online na drop. Okay, say you hold on a drop into free back I be pick you. TT so unfortunately time our bass no na line that's why your mama for jina baby anenye into line a drop it was unintentional. Mo am afraid mo ntumi am room like I said no. Me try say be you should line we need to me pick 5 calls at a time. It is a nipa 5 be jina so at a time. Na say baako free so then I can pick another. But obana afa up to 5 I want say open media. It me for 5 at a time. This a 5 no AC na so banner or you see space now. Unless somebody is done and the person is gone, or you call on the other line and able to me for if I 1 call per time. And then mo frɛ wa ha. Yeah easy. It makes you also listen to others. Inti Abibaza o frɛ me back mefa now do adwunchere titi also frɛ me mefa because your time now so here sorry but because you people tried and Abibaza crowd start here now okasa. If I get you I'll pick you back and then you can talk on the show now unite me to us. So like I said we are all thinking dreaming Ghana said the Ghana between Ghana Ghana aye krabehwe dia mayina abusua mamimfa nkaibo we mfa mu ma say nyame ya adoma memenda ebe yenua ba I friend say eye kesiwa nikunu Napoleon Mills omo yin baso den ewo eye Pentecost asori dan mu eho enti 41 Providence Street injabuzu amoma yin na yen no so na Saturday yen konkoja yenua ba kesewa abra oye mengan say nsi right oye nsi no enti Saturday na osi dress code near black and white oba mpacho no a share o face mask kama no observe protocols be as said ya nyina ye ba ibitumi aboy ho ban afi yare a sesi wo hayen ye covid no so ho 41 Providence Street ena ayi no ekoso timoma nyina ye nhya no so na ye nkoja inua be ma Napoleon Mills ene mama Kes adodo na friend Kesiwa intiano so ede ntimoma nhya no so sanso na once again ye nua ba aye Mabel Quarantine ne ma menini nua ba mu ugbo mu ayi no a eba so no aye 8th and 9th May into Mumbai no so memorial service no ebe May 9th and no ye Love and Faith Church 472 Main Street Spencer and ebe kwakoya aseda sorry no nemum mepa chow memenda ne ebe yi na nkasa wo 617 Lincoln Street Worcester MA or say a breno I ebe eye awia dumi no kopim anajudu bako 12 noon to 11 p.m. ti eno no ye yenu aba Mabel Quarantine ene asiro ti yipaso Captain Martin Quarantine omo ayi na baso ne ma menene nu aba I always say very sad ne ma menene nu aba ewabom ayade a are hopa ti moma yina yenko na yenko nkuja no na enye fe na chese no so ɛdeɛ aba ɛno no maame mfa wo nso mfam sɛ yɛ nua bɛma yɛne no wɔ Worcester ha yɛfrɛ no Kwaku Yɛbo a Kwaku Yɛba Kwaku papa ɔde ne ba ateasefo asase so nana ɔsɛe buadi amponim the first nana ɔsɛe buadi amponim the first aka baabi na ɛgya te ase no na yɛfrɛ no Mr. Anthony Kojo ɔsɛe na ɔyɛ MD Akos Electricals Company Limited no ɛwɔ Sunwan yɛnnua bɛma Kwaku Yɛbo ase yɛmfa nto Worcesterfoɔ nyinaa anim sɛ na ɛgya ɔde ne ba ateasefo asase so afrim nti nyame ɛyɛ adom a 17th April yɛ memenda ɛbɛ yi wɔtena se na wadi n'agya no a wɔtwe da ɛwɔ 49 Lafayette Street Worcester MA 01608 nti ɔto nsa de afrɛ adɔfoɔ Worcesterfoɔ ne agyamfoɔ nyinaa sɛ memenda ɛbɛ yi mommra na mommra mɛta n'akyi abra odi no papa nso ɛna wɔtwe da nti ɛno no ɛyɛ yɛ nua bɛma Kwaku Yɛbo a n'agya ne da fam nti moma nyina yɛnkɔ na yɛnkɔ tae n'akyi na biribia nso ntumi nkɔ so kama na ɛnyɛ fɛfɛɛfɛ nti so far Saturday these are the two programs I know say coming up Mama Kesiwa asie yie ɛyɛ nua bɛma Napoleon Mills ɛna Kwaku Yɛbo nso papa na ɔtwe da no ɛba so Yamami Ruth Presby or yana yemende chairman or sister yanko some fast dama Worcester for mobile bijano neniaso or damuni nasi obefremo sanso na miamase Cecilia Chumesi or ne Mark Chumesi any Sisi Nuanum Anna Neofori any Cecilia Mensa almost say yamfast dama monano na ochidano Kalusha baby chewa by any baby Manu Chama na amount for keka ukrum hano Manu Chama Opo national asew enye yi a manucho ama na otwe da no said the amanfo si kan okrum ha kura de emwanwa Kaluja na azere
oh no I busy are chiri ko beba
manucho ama mesi obi aba na manucho we na manucho we oh enti eno na amanfo nze manucho ama o chese said o musi kan okrum ha no oh me kura de emwanwa
ba oh beba aye pay mo na nka so beba se me kasa wachi
I'm just teasing him he knows abuza de musia na ya sorry so enne aseda kese e kodi amadan auto repairs Mr. Danso e kejo e tough number 1 car no problem bia Manasseh Fabra 45 Fremont Street enne muhu se Kalusha esresre ni nyina no e dan auto repairs adaroma any sickness in your car fever anase corona ene ha no car ni mu a car ne yare ni nyina dan auto repairs bitu asiama na bibia so timi akonkan otai ye chi ne de bro na bia barbering salon si brabe UT the super ultra modern beauty barbering salon eye na bia eye ni Mr. Siama ana ebo ho ono so ebo adwuma pa wo se brabe UT fefefe KM Ralph Roofing Asamas Trading Samson Edibi Emma a big Olu Beauty and Barbering Hair Salon Kesipaso ko edi ama adwuma ko friend say Rich Way Auto School Ralph G-Man so far G-Man right there also driver's license dina edi ama KM Ralph Roofing so eta china fi Rich Way Auto School ana Kwaku shoes obeko na
ena ekwara na
ena adwuma
ena ekwara
ena me krada so dem be pedia Wednesday
we krada ekwakohwebo
we bad Santo was na now you bad pa Santo was na now you bad pa na mahula
Liverpool match ka mu hebi
oh yeah, of course I watch Liverpool Real Madrid only give in there
yeah
I watch Liverpool
pie be Thursday Thursday so be kada
okada ada ka so di pio anochi krom ka ikudu okra na ayira e maza jai
be ko yira we
maza me dedem me ha me dedem
e ba ni chobo brother be yira wa last week be ye tu jai
sa nti manucho me kasa yempo manucho aja programs man ja so kasa yempo bacho kasa uni camera so de kasa
you know
manucho de na show o jeans no ma sorry san hey manucho na de na we
come and cut it
now we
let me do odo
manucho mam fonzi nyame na me dana sese camera ne now so
adonti na me bre adamba me wana na ebe ma de na I'm a man at times it must come up I'm a man at times it must show that I'm a man
yes more count here remember problem you too
exactly and 69 God in his wisdom God in His wisdom made one a stick and made one at a hole, and the stick can only find solace and happiness in the hole. So what else can I do?
What's it then?
God in His wisdom made one a stick and one a hole.
God,
and the stick
God in His wisdom,
infinite wisdom, made one a hole and one a stick.
Mm-hmm.
And the stick can only find happiness when it enters the hole. So that's what makes me a man.
Yeah. And Kalusha mo planning say we no be catch out until na chinchina Manucho make last way nana.
Manucho they say how share my specialty.
I say King Cash or my friend my rival.
Manucho stick
King Cash say me kasado do be say me we start. Kalusha you.
Manucho stick no.
I say me we start.
Yeah, chassis no na oye. Na e pon na
za. But that's more can no. Now want to say. What say food and 69. What can say me
exactly.
Manucho be sending test o.
One can.
Say me one can.
Yes, I know test one can.
Max Bill and Nana for Canada was Safomafo is a problem for NPP. I don't know why Nana Akufo-Addo doesn't see that. Max Bill, no. It clearly shows how Ghanaian journalists are partisan and work for their individual interests. Talking about int'l, Paul Adom-Otchere, Manucho, I keep saying Ghana has a problem with our constitution. And when you were talking about the selection of we'll delve deep into it tomorrow. Abuzaya Demusi.
But
Mama can
so say Mensa no.
Yeah, we come you be getting into that topic no. You reporting you be sure. Lastly, Okofio.
No, accident I see. No accident I see.
Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow too. MTTD because hear me change and then I will interview be anaya setting about a do time Nipani testing me so I could be we will try and see tomorrow.
Because some say car back na you know. Na park you know. Togolese now, we are
not looking at a particular accident.
Because say, Francophone countries now. Now, quarantine the depend on recruiting.
The reserve more research. Okay. For African countries, last week we started with those topics. No, it was 2 days ago. Achimota hono. Yes, it's our cars, the foreign cars are working. She show Munio almost at the bicycle crowd to so. You do Achimota overhead. Nasia my bridge and they say I time bomb. Police for no magic, no magic. We'll be looking into all these things. We don't care about your safety. Any your lives.
And then the loss in the land also doesn't work. Now, because of course, our Francophone countries, you know, be say, yeah, loose. No more no just like that. But Mukro to me, Koesa. That's my say that, you know, sir, ECOWAS, you know, they have to redefine it because our Francophone phone. A difficult power.
Difficult.
They're very, very difficult.
If they are difficult, why should they be difficult?
No, I mean, our laws doesn't work.
Okay. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Abusia Demusi. By Kaisa, Eya Bonomi, near the Mbeko Peace 104.3, near Kofa News, no near the live commentary. Liverpool Madrid at Thomas. So we are a bon no num pepe. Na you near Bema Kevin Agri at the Unity Drive.
You papa.
And Roma Filio.
That means na crab say sometime last week na no Obaba transfer or Jamie hard
or traffic
or Jamie rough. Me I mean share that me who I'm say o said ni abeku paso
abeku Santana me
oketwa o said
no radio Ghana it runs through the family.
Okay boy adwuma me say me ofia
is a Kevin man nyina akromusu be radio
say me ofia that me show na me na me show boy adwuma obo nyumpa obo adadem a
Obo high life. So the music selection, no. Ama oyenya girl, but owo yirinti. Ma catch again. Say, sani mani ekwem.
Okay. Alright.
Tisana.
Wakawati.
Okay, Buzaya the Musi and Yami Aduma, Yaduko Peace in about 4 minutes time. Now I can news in the Abremo. Now you are the live commentary. Liverpool Real Madrid at also. Now you are Unity Drive with your man Kevin Agri. But I said, now you are the Truth to Heaven Ministry. Truth to Heaven Ministry. Kevin Poya no almost di Nyankopon asem ebro. Se wuntie bi da netie ye maame Lois edu ye papa Amankwa and ye sister Philomena. They'll be here. Omo no be Bible studies in chere. Bema wanya the juicy part of the word of God. And yet the betena preaching ho and then the ebe shank come near be no. Wase batafutu akenkan ne chere ho kusi semeba. Eno na Paul catch Timothy. So on first Tim 3:4, right? Inti ko sua nyame asem. Enwumre untie bi da tie. Said the wiase kono. It's say nipa sua nyame asem. If the word is in you, and no now to me ejina.
For crying or catch Timothy say, if we are enti.
Honun kwa na nya ye kwa de. When a manujo quotation ebe satisfy mo desire nko na mo de ye adwuma wiase we. The name still remains Noah Opoku Jemfi between my friend Opo National. Nyame Adom-Otchere no paisa no bisha. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to serve you, coming into your homes, your cars, your workplaces, everywhere. We are humbled to be serving you, and we are honored that you gave us the opportunity to also serve you. And to those of you who are with us on Facebook and on YouTube, online, God bless you. Oh, there is and say, Mubegu Facebook no so amomfa mo messages mra utie ewo online crowd mo suggest it. We need suggestions, we need ideas to push Ghana forward. Na ya kan wa hanome company for say omutie show ni kirewa. I will surprise you. Mumunti program ne say penetrating Ghana pa. Say make sure online na me hwe omo mutie through modern Ghana. Doso pa. E chan omo mutie kra wa America ewo online no. So until the program is going forward into the Ubeka and the America na yempenifoni tini de chichiro mani the ebreko ba nyina Ghana ye yontia mane yes amount said the jumne kano oman ye oman su ye memman ye ni baby ako abusua Ghana ye ya eye mayen and then first unim say manujo we ye kokra then first we see dan o Ghana nanka unyusu burglar proof unim say no akosuago aboaje any piece FM news crew no must start can say yenya burglar proof here
exactly
because a Ghana shingo for last
they had no I said fortress
omunya baby amfa nti say amekra mama nya second thought about burglar proof. I'm telling you, I'm being very honest. So humbanti see kan ye mpanimfo achi na ye bo police fo achi na ye nyoma ye amajuma bo man ma am robbery no de to ntwo but rate no will calm down.
Na be share video bi o ka say de bi e ka say the last for money is the root of all evil. But yeah, proper analysis. We call neighborhoods, some poor. That's where the crime rate is high.
It's high.
I tell you, Beverly Hills, we call where Hollywood, crime rate was so. So poverty, it's one of the recipes for a lot of crimes. When your pen crimes on, but say you could be a coach, one second, and were most often in poverty-stricken areas, in the places. It is a biamutonica cry. You see robber money. We say car cry near him say or mom timunina and what chomukra ne or you know wallet ne bonwaye passport card near there who go and hijack. Very true. You started some mobile money. Talk about me to say mobile money bend the CB. Obi the tweak will be because the truth is obi so bit umbrellas in a sika origin over 100 million a day. It comes to Dinkophone Binia, Nipaboni, there will be about to say if there are jobs and people are getting stuff to do,
I see him too,
they don't even have time. They don't even have time to go and now they're people are working so hard, they don't have time for other things. If things improve, it should be like UK. UK money burglar proofing. Just a minute. And
how be that? One last one near the mountain. What's America? UK now the
I'm a British man.
Over how burglar proof?
UK near my America has
no. Now how about one that dime? One burglar proof is enter the
British
burglar proof.
Yes.
Fence wall. Unim say. Usi dan we are obi o ho na plot ye double obi kra o 4 plot obi o ho na fie spacious we 4 plot no to fence wall blocks on kwa idinitimi si dan
na ba hwe town homes ni
madam for bi to ne fence wall o twa 6,000 blocks 6,000 blocks yes is story building.
Of course I understand you very well, but we live in fortresses and from
I signed the burglar proof. I signed the burglar proof. I should so abresign us say just or yes running for
burglar proof you ye point pokola ni tumi rem ti sia na aka say we na nketwa e kura tumi for burglar proof in. So inti and now akoso ago de won aka on say omo de sisi omo dan no omo fa burglar proof bi ankom oba na abebo omo asike wo omo no ogi na abeko omo because sometimes ya say and once a Ghana a fire outbreak ne too much e jatofie electrical problems fluctuations near the see an jatofie okay say this thing happened me kai say 2000 was it 14 or 15 near Rock FM
asante mbampo so for bi ne ma ya ni nyina bogla proof.
We didn't learn. Yes, sometimes
and so for no officer so for no card your pen so be ye bogla proof. Ahokere ho kro no beba am robbery inti ese or yes anti abusua the essence of your program ni nyina ne say mon kan ye ho na ye nyina ye hu say ye Ghana baako. Say you're born and Adom-Otchere, you're born in ministers. Nobody has interest. We want them to do the right things for the country. Exactly. Said you want to Burkina Faso vacation. Uhumbeto. Said you take room high hotel, room high. Ubianu ha. Dan bianu ha. Wakoti na bogla proof room da. You didn't have no. Because fire outbreak ba utumi fa mpoma na rescuers no dey saa mo atwede tententen no na dey abeso
exactly
ba Ghana no se ja anano hwe eja to abrusan so nipa bire omo se nipa say we 8 and say and so many people died. They lost their lives. Ninyina or your bogla proof for safety because of a cromfo.
Preventable death. These are deaths which we could have saved a 49er, but Munyina have gone down the drain because of they wanted to secure themselves in a fortress. And Ramite news na miraho and I na me say the way I akoso agumoni ade ni abre on bogla proof. Ninyina e krono ntia. So first ye ba ya ti Ghana no ye nananum fie omo si ni fitwa hia na yetim friends obi ani ho hwe ni ho na wom se na kro no wo ho de ba na nye too much so but sesia no economy ni nkoye na ho kire ba then wo ye boga kra na wo kwa enra unim madam fu bi mpese me ohwe ye yibi akwa na ohwe no unim asem o ka kire me nra o frame me he has an audio on my phone. I'll show it. O ka kire me say Australia se say de babia kwa koduru no ohia say min register to Ghana man because nkofo title no enra he sent me an audio. Yes. So nti we boga bonzo obekọ Ghana kra no wani nya den enye udadem ana usuro una mana usuro become a prime target for them. Ni ade
nti ye ka mommoye na yintumi nya Ghana a better place ahonti na yenwum na ye start show na ye me de no eye wo man eye me man ye ni ba bia ko yeti ha ye nya vacation he ne ekọ eye Ghana for the most part Ghana need bia gene vacation 2 months 1 week 6 weeks 3 weeks Ghana na ukọ na nya ebe affect me yenye ni ye na be ya ma yenyina yeda mo asenya me nhira mu nyina yeda mo ko peace 1043 news na start yeda mo ko akoto aso ho after news na the live commentary be bra mo after live commentary unsha be ku santana nua be ma no da se or rattle wo unity radio so a ene hia no just after the commentary Open National still remains my name. I'm out. See you tomorrow.
Ama